it is the last week of the regular season.
I can't believe it.
We have made it.
Can you believe it?
Week 18.
He can't believe it either.
We have made it to week 18, ladies and gentlemen. One last time, regular season. Let's
Regular
get
season.
this
Go
on.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Football freaks, gridiron geeks, have no fear. The Horsemen are here in the flesh, baby.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the final week of the regular season of the 4 Horsemen of Pickens. I am, of course, a Pizzle fan of the now 8-8 Miami Dolphins, who are this close. Can you see it? This close to making the postseason. Probably not going to happen, but we shall see about that. To my left. Right.
You're right. Yeah, I'm on the right.
My left, you're right. LC Muscles 28.
Yes, sir.
Representing the Stars.
The Stars, who are 8-8 after starting out 2-6. Now we are 8-8 back into things, and I am extremely excited to go over these games because, man, this is going to be a crazy, crazy time. I'm telling you what, this week 18 is going to be a very memorable week. It should be.
Hopefully as memorable as last week. Joining us also is one tiny Tim. And Mr. Rough and Rowdy.
Yeah.
So,
what's up, guys?
Hey,
How y'all doing?
Rowdy. What's up, Rowdy?
Oh,
yeah. Me and my boy here, Rowdy, we're getting ready for week 18 of the NFL. Man, time has flown, you know?
Oh, I know.
I tell you, the season just goes by so fast.
This season went by pretty quickly.
Yeah, but I've loved every minute of it. We're getting ready for the playoffs here.
That's right.
Some weeks were harder than others, but hey, we're in a good spot.
Right. We got 1 week left. So, I guess we should talk about week 17.
Yes, we should.
Yeah.
Because it's time for the recap. Starting out last Thursday night, it was the Cowboys beating the Titans 27-13. Tim, what did you like from your Cowboys this past week?
Well, the defense stepped up again. Even though the defense kind of gave up a few more points than what I thought they would have, they stepped up. I'm still concerned about Dak and his interceptions. I mean, according to a report that I heard from a former Cowboys running back, he said that the only person that could hold back the Cowboys is Dak Prescott.
That is true.
That is
and
true.
by the way, that former Cowboy running back actually made his name with the Oilers and the Titans.
That is true.
Yeah, it was Eddie George.
Eddie George.
Said that. Yeah,
Eddie George.
So hopefully Dak can really work on that. I mean, too many interceptions is not going to win a game, especially with this game coming up. Which I mean, I don't really see a problem with it, but we'll talk about that later.
Absolutely.
Joshua Dobbs was their starter. So
Joshua Dobbs. So literally, what could the Titans do? They rested a lot of their players to get ready for the game upcoming this week. There wasn't much you could really do. The Titans are just the Titans, and they've now lost 6 in a row.
not much to say about that. Cowboys
Actually,
got
5
the
in
win.
a row. And that's 6 in a row.
Very much a disaster for the Titans, I'm telling you.
27-13 was the final from Nash Vegas. In Atlanta, the Falcons beat the Cardinals 20-19. I really didn't see a lick of this game, to be honest.
Tank bowl.
No.
It was a tank bowl.
Tank
it was
bowl.
field goals, and more field goals. If you love field goals, or if you get turned on by field goals, this
Special
was the game
teams,
for-
baby.
Special teams. This is the game for you.
Yeah, pretty much. David Blau was the starter for the
David Blau
was the starter for the Cardinals, and Desmond Ridder getting his, I believe, second start in the league.
third. And he
Third
finally won.
start in the league. 20-19 was the final from Atlanta.
He's my skull buddy. He's been on there since the Halloween, so
that is true.
stay until the end of the season. So
And then you had the Dolphins losing to the Patriots.
I was watching this game with I was
21.
watching your stream, Alex, and man, I felt bad.
Yeah,
for him.
we're pretty much done at this point.
We'll get to it, Dashy. Don't worry, we will. But
We'll get
Yeah.
to all that in just a little bit.
We
Patriots
will.
were the better team. Unfortunately, really pains me to say that.
no, it does, dude. I bet, dude, because the Patriots aren't even that good to begin with. I think
Yeah.
Dolphins just had too many injuries, and Terry Bridgewater getting hurt and having Skylar Thompson once again.
Oh, it gets worse. Yeah, it gets so much worse.
It's like
Just-
Mason Rudolph and Duck Hodges.
Jason Sanders missed another field goal. He's now 1-5 we're 1-5 when he misses field goals in a game.
That's bad.
3 of which are one-score games, including this past Sunday.
Ugh.
Patriots got the win 23-21, and they are currently right now in the 7th seed.
They are. I should get my.
Unless things change. That stays the way that they are. Saints beat the Eagles 20-10. Minshew Mania was not running wild this week.
The Eagles were not the Eagles. Apparently, the Senator Romy, the Eagles were not the Eagles this week.
No, they were not.
Right.
The Saints, though, even though they got eliminated, they're trying to. There's some Saints fans that I know of. They're not happy about the win. Why? They want Dennis Allen fired. They think Dennis Allen should be one and done. He's lost the locker room, but the Saints. They're not in a good situation going into next year, man. They're going to be losing. They're in a cap hell, and they are going to be losing.
Oh, they're in cap hell, all right.
They're in cap hell, and what team is going to be there next year?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. But it's interesting because had the Eagles won, they would have had the number 1 seed locked up.
Yes, they would have.
Yeah.
But now they're fighting for the number 1 seed. Not only that, they're also fighting to make sure they don't play. Whoever wins that, and whoever loses the NFC East, like whoever doesn't win the NFC East title, plays Tampa Bay. It's official.
Wow.
Boy.
And the thing is also, what's also crazy is the Giants. The only teams that are locked up in their spots right now are the Giants and Buccaneers in the NFC.
Wow.
We'll talk more about that in a little bit.
Yes, we will. 20-10 was the final from Philadelphia. Speaking of the Giants, they absolutely crushed the Indianapolis Colts 38-10.
38-10. What was your nickname for him, Ty, Tim?
For the Colts,
Yeah.
let's call them the Donkeys.
I thought we had the
no,
Denver
that's the
Donkeys. Denver Donkeys.
Denver Donkeys. How about the Indianapolis Ponies?
Indianapolis Ponies. I love it. The
There you
Indianapolis Ponies. The Indianapolis Ponies are a pathetic excuse of a franchise. Quentin Nelson, ever since he's gotten paid, he doesn't care.
No.
And what Kayvon Thibodeau did it with Nick Foles. The team didn't even do anything while Kayvon Thibodeau, the Snow Angels, next to Nick Foles getting hurt. That's pretty embarrassing. This team has lost. Jeff Saturday's lost the team. No one cares in Indianapolis. And the Ponies, they need to be sent to the glue factory.
Yes, they do. 38-10 was the final. Giants clinch a playoff spot.
First time since 2016, the boat curse is officially over.
The boat curse is officially over.
Yes.
Thank goodness.
Now they can finally go on boats and not get cursed.
Exactly.
How about that? Speaking of clinching a playoff spot, the Buccaneers beat the Panthers 30-24. I'm not sure why I picked the Panthers this past week.
Why did
I'm not sure why I picked that as my upset.
Tom Brady? You can't stop Tom Brady's bullshit, and now he's in the playoffs for the 20th time in his career.
20th time in his career.
That's actually insane. 2 decades of making the playoffs.
Absolutely nuts.
And yet, if they were actually in a good
division,
they would have been 5-12. Let's be honest here.
But they had it.
They
They were
did.
this close to.
Yep.
Panthers just messing it up.
Just retire Tom Brady. There, you're right, Dashy.
Should have.
I would love
should've
to see
stayed
Tom Brady retire. But now he says, "Oh, I don't know where I'm gonna go next year. I just know I don't want to stop playing."
I've heard rumors of him coming to the Dolphins.
Oh God!
I've heard rumors of him coming to the Dolphins.
I really hope not.
I do
hope
not want
not.
to see that.
That
No,
would be
thank you.
pure pain.
Pain and suffering and all of that, and a bag of chips.
Ooh.
Right.
Banana. Wait, what? In a relatively close game that I don't think anybody saw this being close, the Chiefs beat the Broncos 27-24.
Well, I guess Broncos Duntree didn't cry at this game, even though their season's over. Their interim head coach, I'm not sure who it was. I think it was one of the other coordinators that took over play calling duties.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Gary Kubiak's son.
It was the running. I think it was the running game specialist.
Yes.
Something like
Broncos
that.
actually looked good. I'm not gonna lie; they actually looked really competent against the Chiefs. But it's a little too late for that. Chiefs are very close to the number 1 seed, and the Broncos. This is the 16th time that they've lost against the Chiefs in a row. So 8 straight seasons of losing the Chiefs. 8 seasons in a row of losing
to the Chiefs.
When it comes to the Denver Broncos, Patrick, you are the father.
I knew it. I see his face. He's got his eyes.
And then also the Denver Donkeys. Yeah, sorry. You need to be like Dumbo in the 1940s and be shipped off somewhere.
27-24 was the final from Kansas City. In an absolute blowout, the Lions beat the Bears 41-10.
I blame and that trade for Chase Claypool is looking better and better each and every day.
You want 2nd round pick, right?
Yep, the 2nd round pick will be the first overall pick in the 2nd round. So literally the first pick of the 2nd round goes to the Steelers.
Wow.
And that could be number 32 because I looked this up. I thought it was 33, but I looked it up. The Dolphins had their pick forfeited, so there's only 31 picks in the
Thanks,
first
Stephen
round.
Ross. Asshole.
Yeah, Stephen Ross is a dumbass, but still. Steelers got pick number 32 going into that round. And I'd be really.
I'll tell you
really
what,
sad.
man. The Lions, I'm telling you what, they're looking really good.
Oh, yeah.
Lions are looking
they are
good, man.
Very hot.
And now they're on Sunday Night Football for the first time in 4 years.
First primetime game of the year.
Wow.
Yep.
First time they're actually on a primetime game.
I love it. Yeah, I love it, man.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing to see.
Wait a minute. Why is Jack the monkey in our comments?
I have no idea. I have no idea. We got a lot of strange people commenting on this day.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, 41-10 was the final from
He fell over.
Detroit.
Hey, Snowman's here.
What's going on, Snowman?
Snowman.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Browns beat the Commanders 24-10.
Ron Rivera's
Watson.
Lol Cal the idiot. Love the week.
Oh my gosh.
Ron Rivera, number one, starting Carson Wentz over Taylor Heineke. Why? Taylor Heineke, he may not be the most skilled quarterback, but he's a leader among men. He's definitely a leader, bringing that bottle of Heineke. Carson Wentz, he's not a leader of anyone anymore. He used to be, not anymore. He's all washed up, has been. And then in that press conference, wait a minute, we could be eliminated? How could you not know
How did you not know that?
ESPN has simulations for it, and yet you didn't know?
He didn't know if he
You're a
was going to
head
be
coach of
eliminated
the
or not.
NFL.
Oh, man. That is crazy. And now Sam Howell's getting the start on Sunday.
He is, really?
Yeah, Sam Howell's getting the start. Which
As my
makes
one
no
boss would
sense.
say. Oh, I agree.
Sean Watson looked all right. I mean, 9 of 18, 3 touchdowns.
Deshaun Watson. I guess the women didn't. The women of DC had to respect him on this day.
I guess. Yeah. Yeah, 24-10 was the final from DC. The Jaguars beat the Texans 31-3. Nothing really much to say there.
Lawrence didn't play the entire second half. It was the Jamichael Hasty show, and the Texans. People are saying the Texans should fire everybody after this season. I say not so fast, my friend.
Oh,
I think they need to keep Lovie. I think they should realistically keep Lovie Smith for at least one more year. And if he doesn't do anything in the second year, then kick his ass out. At least see him 1 year with Bryce Young,
the number one overall pick, with their defense looking the way that they are. I agree. Bring back Lovie Smith for at least one more year.
At least one more year. He's nowhere near as bad as Nathaniel Hackett. At least Lovie Smith knows what he's doing somewhat.
True. 31-3 was the final from Houston. In a thriller in overtime, the 49ers beat the Raiders 37-34. I know A-Bomb was at this game. A-Bomb
and Brady Ben were both at this game.
Oh, they were?
Man, yeah, they were both at the game, and it was a crazy-ass game. A-Bomb was going fucking crazy after Robbie Gould missed the game time. Robbie Gould, you fucking suck. What?
Rob Gould.
Oh, he was getting pissed, and then that interception, he was going, yeah.
Did he actually have footage?
I wish he did. I don't think he did record any of it. I know Raider Ben recorded a little bit. He scored the Devontae Adams touchdown. But Jarrett Stidham looks better than Derek Carr.
Yes, he does.
That's surprising.
Yes, he does.
Jarrett Stidham is better than Derek Carr. Who would have seen the day? Devontae Adams. He is him. Hey, he cooked the Niners defense. He 100% did. But too bad they won't be playing the playoffs. Too bad the Raiders won't play in the playoffs. So
true. Seahawks beat the Jets 23-6. Thank you very much, Seattle. So now I don't have to hear those stupid Jets fans like, "Oh my gosh, we should be in the playoffs. We're the better team.
We should be in the playoffs. Mike White season.
Mike White season. JETS.
Yeah.
But still, thank you, Seattle.
Thank you very much, Seattle.
They're still alive technically. It would be nice to see Geno Smith get back in the playoffs, but we'll see what happens. So realistically,
it would be nice. I agree. It would be nice to see that, but the end of the day, well, actually, we'll talk about that after. We'll talk about we'll
do it after the recap.
This. After the recap, we'll do the playoff machine, then we'll do our picks. Okay.
Hell yeah. Sounds good.
23-6 was the final from Seattle. In my favorite rivalry of the NFL, the Packers beat the Vikings 41-17.
Who saw this coming? Especially how
Minnesota. Gosh.
I did.
No, I did not see this coming. I saw this game to be so close.
I called it.
Two great teams. It was just I felt so bad for Kirk Cousins and company.
It's prime time Kirk Cousins, though. So.
Well, not quite prime time, but close enough.
It was close.
It was
America's game of the week.
It was America's game of the week. And not only that, I think the one thing with the crazy about the Vikings is, what was I going to say? Not only did everyone see it, like everyone was just embarrassed, and he did not feel very icy after the game.
Icy.
He did not feel very icy with all those.
Oh no, he was not. He wasn't wearing any chains or anything like that.
No.
But yeah, Packers still have a chance. If they win out, they're in.
This is insane.
Which is absolutely nuts. 41-17 was the final from Green Bay. In a battle of Los Angeles, the Chargers beat the Rams 31-10.
Ooh, 31.
Yeah.
I was definitely thinking the Rams were going to put up more of a fight, but hey, the Chargers are the Chargers were the better team, and now Los Angeles has the official honor of having the most losses by a Super Bowl winning team in NFL history.
True.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. I mean, to win the Super Bowl one year and then just fall flat on your face next year.
Biggest Super Bowl hangover I've ever seen.
Other than
Probably.
2003 bucks. Other than no $3.
Sure. And then Sunday night, you had the
Yeah.
Stars.
The Steelers, baby.
Go Ravens.
Steelers going to Super Bowl. Yeah. The BS is
16-13. What do you got to say about that?
Oh my god, dude! The
That
Steelers-
was my upset special, wasn't it?
That was yep. I was one of
was.
my upset. That was, dude. The Steelers winning that game was
Yeah.
amazing, even though the officiating was absolutely terrible for the majority of it. I'm happy my Steelers won. We got the win. We got the dub, and Baltimore's become our second home. They become our new Cleveland.
Oh,
Because
new Cleveland,
we-
you say?
Because we have won a majority of our games in Baltimore ever since 2012, and which is crazy to think about because we used to lose a lot of games in Baltimore, but now we're starting to win a lot more games in Baltimore, but we're losing them in Heinz Field. But
True.
hey, still, I'll say Baltimore is our second home. It's nice to make those Ravens fans cry in their crab chowder.
16-13 was the final from Baltimore. And then in possibly one of the darkest
Yeah.
days in the history of the sport,
That's so
Damar Hamlin was injured in the game against the Bills and the Bengals. CPR had to be administered. He was taken to the hospital, and he has continued to be in our thoughts and prayers.
Yes.
The game was unfortunately postponed, and rightfully postponed. Yeah, continue to pray for the young man. I'm going to post this link in the chat. I'm going to pin this message. Make sure you go to his GoFundMe if you haven't already and donate to his toy drive.
It's not over $6 million.
It's now almost at $7 million, which is absolutely awesome.
That is amazing.
He's still in critical condition.
But he is
He is
breathing
making
more on
a
his
speedy
own.
recovery.
Yeah, well, I was hoping to see a very intense game by two great teams fighting for AFC supremacy. And all of a sudden this happens, and I'm like, nothing else matters right now.
Life is more important.
Life is
Exactly.
more important.
Life is much more important than a game. It's just how it is. Tell your loved ones that you love them.
Yes,
You never
sir.
know when your last day is.
Exactly.
As a result of what happened Monday, I decided not to do a biggest winners and losers of the week. Because I don't feel like it was
Worth it.
Worth
Or it's not really something we should do. Not
Yeah.
this week.
I did have a big winner, but
Cowboys.
no, actually, my biggest winner of the week in a losing effort, though, Colts quarterback Sam Ellinger from
Look 'em horns.
Texas got his
Right.
first NFL touchdown pass. Congratulations, Sam.
Congrats.
There we go.
But I actually do have one other biggest winner, if you don't mind me saying real quick.
Okay.
My biggest winner is to everyone that donated to his fund so far.
Amen.
Amen to that. Amen to that. 100%.
Everyone that's donated so far, including me,
Myself as
the
well.
biggest winner of the week.
That's right.
Just give yourself a pat on the back for helping this man out in this time of need, helping out those people in that time of need.
Lucas, pull up that play machine real quick.
Yes, sir. Let's
Do it.
pull this up.
Pull that play
Because
machine. Let's see what the scenarios are for the week.
there are a lot of scenarios. So with the game unfortunately being postponed, I've been hearing there's a few different scenarios. So right now, the biggest one I've heard is they're going to push everything back 1 week. They
Push it back?
should not cancel the game because it would not be fair to Buffalo or Cincinnati because they both could have gotten the number 1 seed.
Right.
What I've been hearing is next Saturday will be a 1-game playoff between the Bills and Bengals to end the season.
Ooh.
What I've been hearing.
Damn.
So pretty much, it's crazy that this all happened in Cincinnati. All these crazy injuries have happened in Cincinnati.
Yeah. You had Shazier,
Shazier,
Tua,
Antonio Brown,
Tony Brown, Tua.
Carson Palmer.
Yeah, Carson Palmer back in the day. I forgot about that.
So that stadium is just, it's brutal.
Is it cursed?
I don't know, man, but it's scary to think about, to say the least. That's much of a coincidence.
So this is how it's looking right now, huh?
This is how it's looking right now. Kansas City is the number 1 overall seed. Buffalo is number 2. Cincinnati is number 3. Jacksonville right now is number 4. Los Angeles is in the 5th seed. I do not think they can advance any further. I think they are locked into whoever wins the AFC South. I am pretty 100% sure, but I will just double check it real quick. Baltimore, Cincinnati, that is the 3 versus 6 right now, and then 7th is New England. But right now, let's just say Cincinnati wins and the Chargers lose. Okay, nope, they are. So no matter what, the Chargers are locked into the they are locked into the 5th seed, so they cannot move up any further.
Do me a favor, real quick. Push the Dolphins. Push the Dolphins winning over the Jets.
This one,
Dolphins. There we go. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. All right. So that's how it's looking right now.
And the AFC, that's how it's looking right now.
Okay.
But we can't. Let's have to clear it for a second. Clear it. Okay, we're back to normal. So Chargers cannot move. So they're the only team that cannot move in the AFC. They're the only team.
Okay.
So pretty much the 4th seed and the 5th seed, that pretty much whoever wins the AFC South will play the Chargers in the first round of the playoffs. That is not going to change. Right. For the NFC, however, it's going to be a little bit different. First seed is the Philadelphia Eagles at 13-3, 49ers at 12-4, Vikings at 12-4, Tampa Bay is at 8-8. Tampa Bay is officially locked into their playoffs, and I've been hearing they will be benching all their stars: Tom Brady, Mike Evans, Godwin, Leonard Fournette, many others. Brady. Well, they're not going to play. So Blaine Gabbert should be starting this game, is what I've been hearing. Blaine Gabbert will start this game to give them all a rest before the playoff game. Dallas right now is in the 5th seed. The only team in the NFC that is officially locked is the New York Giants. They are officially locked in the 6th seed. They cannot advance any further. And then whoever wins the NFC is also locked in. The runner-up NFC is also locked. So pretty much whoever is locked in. And then Seattle is 8-8. As of right now, they have the tiebreaker over the Packers and the Lions. And then for the AFC, the only other teams that are eligible to compete are the Steelers, the Patriots, and the Dolphins are the only other teams that could compete for that 7th seed.
Okay. Awesome.
Wow.
So, yeah, that is the playoff machine as of now. So, yeah, I'm intrigued to see what will happen.
Same here. Guess it's time for week 18. And joining us, we have a very special guest picker here tonight.
Oh.
That's right. One half, actually, if I got to do this, I got to do this right. She is one half of the father-daughter duo known as It's in the Blood. Fan of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hey.
What's up, Alex?
Hello.
Hello, nice to
Alex.
officially meet you face to face, Pizzle.
What's going on, baby?
What's up?
What's good?
Oh,
I'm just
man.
so stoked when you asked me to come on here that none of your group was Raiders or Broncos or Chargers fans, because I try my best to be so nice, but there are a lot of lot of them that test me sometimes.
Although I hear that Steelers fans,
Listen,
For
I was
what?
raised in a Bengals household. That's not my fault.
there we go. Awesome. All right. So I guess it's time to pick some games for week 18.
Yes, sir.
Starting it out Saturday night. It is your game, Alex. It is the Kansas City Chiefs and the Las Vegas Raiders. This game is in Sin City. The Chiefs currently, as it stands right now, from what I'm seeing right here, 9.5 point.
You're right.
favorite.
Start off 1 for 1 so far.
One. Let's go.
I know this is a big thing. I'm hoping the week you can actually go perfect or close to it with the spreads.
All right.
Would you
Referee
like to
for
know who
this.
the referee is?
Yes.
It is Scott Novak.
And the announcers for this game, we have Steve Levy, Louis Reddick, and Dan Orlovsky.
Interesting.
So, I think we all know the rules. Save the home team for last, or favorite
save
person
the
for
guest.
last. So
Right.
save Alex for last. Okay. So Chiefs have a chance to get the top seed in the conference if they win, while the Raiders have nothing to play for other than pride. Raiders show well last week against the 49ers, especially Jarrett Stidham. But now he's playing the Kansas City Chiefs, one of the absolute best teams in the NFL, if not the best teams in the NFL. So with all that being said, I'm going to go with the Chiefs pretty handily. Give me the Chiefs 37-27.
Ty and Tim?
This is one of the best rivalries in all of NFL. Goes all the way back to the old AFL days, back when the Raiders were still playing in Oakland.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's right.
yeah, I mean, Las Vegas kind of surprised me last week, but Kansas City really didn't surprise me. And Alex, I should let you know that even though I am a diehard Cowboys fan, the Chiefs are my actually number 2 team, believe it or not.
Heck yeah.
And of course, their quarterback Patrick Mahomes is from East Texas, where I live.
There you go.
His hometown is about an hour drive away from where I live, so and I got a Patrick Mahomes shirt in my closet there, and I have a Chiefs cap laying somewhere. Yeah, and Mahomes and company, they're just going to be too much for the Raiders on this go around. Even though they're playing in Vegas, Kansas City's going to roll the dice and they're going to come up 7 every time. So give me the Chiefs over the Raiders in Sin City by a score of 33-24.
This will actually be a pretty interesting game, to say the least. The Chiefs and Raiders, expect this game to be a lot closer than people think. I think the Chiefs are the better team here, but the Raiders, they have nothing else left to play for. Even though their defense is absolutely one of the most disappointing defenses I've seen all year, they have made the Chiefs times rough before. They have played the Chiefs very well in the past couple of years. And I think this is definitely going to be my point spread game of the week. This is my point spread game of the week. I think the Raiders with Jarrett Stidham keep this game close, but in the end, I just cannot deny Kansas City's the top team in the AFC right now for a reason, and I think they will continue that momentum going forward. I was thinking about possibly making the Raiders in my upset pick, but unfortunately, at the end of the day, I just could not do it. I just did not think that Jarrett Stidham making his second start in the league could beat Patrick Mahomes. Crazier things have happened before, but I had to make it my point spread game of the week, though, because I know the Raiders are going to keep this close with the Chiefs. The last few times, they've already matchups within 10 points, so I don't know why the Raiders are a 9.5 point underdog. If you are betting, man, take the point spread Raiders with the points. But I expect the Chiefs to win, though. I'm going to say final score, Chiefs 34, Raiders 31. Give me the Chiefs.
All right. You hear what I had to say? Hear what he had to say? This guy has to say. Now it's your turn.
All right. Well, so, I don't follow everybody's team just as close as the Chiefs, obviously. But I will be the first to admit, even though we're winning, which is why I cannot complain, the last however many games since before we played the Bengals it's been a long-term, I don't want to say disappointment, but there's like a pit feeling in my stomach about this team.
Yeah.
They're still winning. I'm happy. I still am, proud of the team, but they haven't been playing convincing football, which leads people to talk. I don't know why the Broncos were 12-point underdogs, 12.5 last week, because they had just played us 2 weeks before that and lost by 4 or 6. But talking about the Raiders, the Chiefs play very well, no matter where the Raiders are at in Vegas now. So obviously I'm going to take the Chiefs to win. But we have to remember Jared Stidham and this Raiders team put up 30 plus points on the number 1 defense in the league. I'm confident because we are fighting for the 1 seed now. So on the road with my boys, I'm going to take the Chiefs to win 34-24. I think it'll be a close first half for sure.
Yes.
And then maybe like a fourth quarter pull away. I'm going to try to remain confident, but I'm locking it in at 34-24.
There you
Sound
go.
good.
That's awesome.
There you go. Awesome.
Sweet. All right. Next game on the list, the second Saturday game. It is the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This game is in Jacksonville. The Jaguars, 6-point favorites.
2 for 2.
2 for 2. Let's go.
Let's go.
Referee for this game is.
Referee for the game is Bill Vinovich.
And the announcers, you got the A team for ESPN. You got Joe Buck and Troy Aikman.
That's actually surprising. They're the 8.
Who you guys got and why? Titans and Jaguars.
You mind if I go first on this one? Alex, I think with the Titans in general, this team is probably going to be one of the worst teams to ever lead a division at any point I've ever seen my entire lifetime.
Yes.
The Tennessee Titans are the definition of disaster. They are a disastrous football team. Remember the point when Mike Vrabel said he wanted to cut off one of his own testicles or cut off his own dick if the Titans ever won the Super Bowl?
What?
Well, actually, it's the truth. It's the truth that he said that. But anyways, Mike Vrabel, don't worry. That's never going to happen to you because your Titans will never be relevant, and you'll be fired before they even make it to a Super Bowl within the next 50 years. Jacksonville's actually going to be my stone cold lock of the century of the week, baby.
Okay.
And this is my stone cold lock of the century or the week.
This is my lock, baby. It doesn't matter. Malik Willis, Josh Jobs, Ryan Tannehill, Jaguars by at least 30. Give me the Jaguars in this game. 30. I'm going to say 41-10. I think this game's an absolute blowout. I think the Jaguars go in there. They play under Doug Peterson. Doug Peterson, I think, should be one of my picks for Coach of the Year other than Brian Dable.
Yes.
I think Doug Peterson is going to tell the Jaguars, let's win this fucking division and kick this Titans team's ass and send them home packing to Nashville so they can cry their Nashville hot chicken sandwiches. And then they'll be set home for the playoffs while Jacksonville goes to play the Los Angeles Chargers in the opening round of the playoffs. He's like, trust me. And also, I don't know if you guys have heard about this. I don't know if you guys follow channel Jaguar Gator 9 on YouTube.
No.
Okay, well, he does a lot of sports analysis videos and like historical videos. Jacksonville's been on a historical streak since 2005. So whenever Jacksonville's played a game in week 17 or 18, the last game of the season, the home team always won that game since 2005. No matter if it was the Jaguars, Colts, Texans, Titans, no matter who it was at home, the home team always won since 2005.
Wow, you talk about next-gen stats.
Wow.
Yeah, next-gen stats. So pretty much for almost 18 years, this will be 18 years that the Jacksonville Jaguars will be on the end of whoever the home team is in week 18, they win the game. So Jacksonville is going to win big here. And the Titans, I'm sorry, I like Josh Jobs as a former Steelers quarterback. He didn't get the love he deserved in Pittsburgh. I'm sorry, Tennessee's a dumpster fire.
Did he even start in Pittsburgh?
He came in for a game twice, and he did not start.
Oh, he didn't start. Okay.
He didn't start. He came in to back up Ben.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty much in agreement with everything you just said. Unless Derrick Henry can run for 250 yards, I just don't think the Titans hang around. I'm in a
Is
full
Derrick Henry
agreement.
playing in this?
Yes, he
I
is playing.
think he
He
is.
is
Yeah.
playing.
I think he is. Yeah, like
He
you
is
said,
playing.
it doesn't matter if it's Joshua Dobbs. Doesn't matter if it's Malik Willis. Jaguars are going to get the job done for sure. 31-21. Give me Duval.
There you go. I'm in agreement with both of you guys. Tennessee has just been one of the most disappointing teams of the year. Derrick Henry, pretty much the only good player on that team right there. And one man really can't carry a team that much. I've got a double up score on this one. Give me the Jaguars 28-14.
All right. And Alex?
I can't predict a high score for either of these teams just because the trending on 90% of primetime games this year. So the
Right.
Titans put up 14 points on the Cowboys last week?
13.
13. All right, even better. So I'm gonna say they can't score 13 more than 13 points on this Jags team. Realistically, it's divisional, so it could be close and kind of dumb for no reason. But I don't know anybody other than maybe Titans fans right now in the country not rooting for the Jags in this game. They feel it, we feel it. So I'm gonna give them 24 points just because the primetime aspect, and like I said, that's how this year's been trending. But I'm gonna take them 24-13.
Cool.
I like it.
All right. Next game on the list. It's your game, Lucas. It is the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This game is in Pittsburgh.
Yes, it is.
The Steelers, from what I'm seeing right here, 2.5.
3 for 3.
Wow.
Oh, I think this is a record.
You're
far.
on. No, it's not your record. You actually got to 8 before you
I
lost. You got to 8 actually.
Eight
It was
in a
a few
row.
weeks ago. You did get to 8 in a
In
row.
a row. Okay.
You did
Who's
get 8
the
in a row.
ref?
The referee for Steelers and the Browns is Cleet Blakeman.
Oh, good old Cleet. And you got Greg Gumbel and Adam Archuleta on the call. We all know the rules. Save LC for last. Alex, how about you go first? What do you got in this one? Steelers and Browns.
Listen, I have my non-love for the Steelers every year for my whole life, but I've been saying it for weeks, and anybody that knows, our channel, they listen to me talk about this. As much as I don't like to say it, but I have a lot of respect for Mike Tomlin.
Yes.
And this man
yeah.
never had a losing season in his career.
Never.
I thought this might be the year towards the beginning, but he turned it around. He got these guys together. He's one game away from having a above 500 record. It's the last game of the season. The worst possible outcome for this game is a tie because they will not go down with a losing season. They're playing motivated. They have a shot to the playoffs. Watson is trending upward, but not very quickly, and not that much at all, to be honest. They've got a good team, but not a good team, I guess.
Yes.
This is going to be probably a low-scoring defensive battle, but I've got the Steelers winning. I'm going to say 17-7, and they're punching their ticket for a potential playoff run.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Wow,
Yes, man, I love it.
They got it.
Interesting.
They still got a shot.
They got a shot, and right now they seem like the most likely out of the 3 or 4 remaining, in my opinion.
It's true.
They did it last year. They backdoored their way in there. I don't know how they did it last year, but this year it looks a little bit easier than last year, and I can see it happening.
I can as well, honestly. Browns are playing consecutive road games, but they would love to close out their season by being their rivals. I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest. Steelers are playing really good as of late. Yeah, give me the Steelers to win. I'm going to say it's going to be by a field goal, 23-20. Give me Pittsburgh.
All right, give me Pittsburgh as well. Like Alex said, Mike Tomlin, probably one of the best head coaches in recent memory.
100%.
Never had a losing season. I mean, unbelievable. Of course, this year it could start a little bit shaky, but they're starting to build up again. So hopefully they'll get this win, and I am pulling for the Steelers here. So give me LC's boys, the Steelers, over the Browns by a score of 27-13.
Your turn.
Cleveland Clowns fans. Cleveland Clowns fans.
Here we go.
How do you
Here
we
feel knowing that your team is going to get whooped by the Steelers coming Sunday? I'm telling you guys straight up right now, the Steelers are going to win by at least 10. Straight up. This Cleveland Clowns team, I'm sorry, they are completely overrated. You barely beat us in week 3 with Mitch Trubisky scoring quarterback. And don't say, oh, we won by 12 against you. That last touchdown at the very end of the game didn't matter. So don't even complain. Don't even say that. That game was completely irrelevant. We still have a much better offense. Kenny Pickett has been on fire. He has been one of the best young quarterbacks in the league, and he's just had 2 games in a row with game-winning drives. I think this is a game similar to that Panthers game a few weeks ago where we went on the road, we dominated for the majority of the game, but the Browns try and make it close, but in the end, it just falls flat. At least Carolina tried to do something in regards to getting on the board early. It's not going to happen here. I think our defense has been one of the better defenses over the course of the past 6 weeks. Oh, in the last 8 or so in the last 8 games, we've only allowed more than 17 points once. And that's not going to happen again. Yeah, because the Cincinnati Bengals were the only team that score more than 17 points. Every team's been held to 17 or under in that stretch. And I think that trend continues here. The thing is with the Steelers, our defense has gotten continually better. Right now, the Steelers are also number 1 in interceptions in the NFL of 18 interceptions. We're number 1.
Wow.
And even though our sack total this year has not been great, we've been getting a lot more pressures, which has been really good. And Deshaun Watson, famous women respected Deshaun Watson, has not been the same guy he has been in the past. I get it. This is his first time, a couple of games back since being suspended, almost sort of suspended the entire 2021 season. But he does not have anywhere that same magic as he had the past few weeks. And he barely got through. He got through. The only reason why the Browns actually did good against Washington and their somewhat decent defense is because Carson Wentz gifted them so many great chances at field position. The Steelers aren't. Kenny Pickett's not going to make that same mistake. Kenny Pickett is going to be much better than Carson Wentz is. I'm telling you that right now. Within the next 5 years, the Kenny Pickett's trajectory will be better than Carson Wentz's 5 years trajectory. The Steelers. I think this is a game where we come out here. We're going to dominate, and the Steelers have won against the Browns. I don't think we've lost a regular season game, home game against the Browns since 2001. I think it was either 2001 or 2002. But we have dominated the Browns at home. The Steelers against the Browns, it hasn't even been close in Pittsburgh. So realistically, I'm going to look this up because the Steelers against the Browns at home, home games. So
yeah.
Wait, hold on. Let me see. So Pittsburgh. Away games. So Pittsburgh, the last time, they had that wild card game, but that in the regular season. I'm talking about regular season. The last time was actually 2003, and before that was 1999. Then after that was 89. So we've only won in Pittsburgh in the regular season in 1999, 1989, 1999, and then 2003. And you haven't won in the regular season since against Pittsburgh. Doesn't matter about that playoff game. Doesn't matter. That was completely irrelevant, the playoff game. That was completely different. And that was in 2020. That was a completely irrelevant situation. In the regular season in Pittsburgh, you've only been us 3 times since 1989. And we're going to continue that trend. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers in this game. I'm going to say 24-10. Steelers get the job done, and we punch our ticket to the postseason.
Steelers got a Super Bowl?
Steelers got a Super Bowl.
Steelers got a Super Bowl.
Steelers got a Super Bowl.
I see a lot of Browns fans in the chat.
Oh, I do, but
trust me.
Trust me. There'll be
Browns fans in the chat.
They'll be extremely disappointed come Sunday after that game. Trust me. They'll be back on here for our postseason video on Sunday. They'll be crying about how the Browns were cheated by the refs. I guarantee it.
Wouldn't surprise me one bit. All right. Next game on the list, we got the other AFC North teams, the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. This game is in Cincinnati. Bengals 7.
Boom, 4 for 4.
Wow.
Yes.
Nice.
Great
Okay.
start, Alex. I love it.
Okay. Ref, who's the zebra guy?
Ron Torbert, he's actually one of the better ones. So it's actually one of the better ones.
And you got Kevin Harlan and Trent Green.
Oh, gosh, I love Kevin Harlan. There's just some guys who have that voice, you know. And Kevin Harlan's got it.
Who y'all got and why for Ravens and Bengals?
Ooh, Ravens and Bengals. I just went first. So I'll actually let Alex, how about you go first?
Which one?
Go ahead.
It's in the
Which,
blood.
which Alex?
Which one?
The cute
I'm trying to point down diagonally to you, but it's not working.
yeah, let's go with the cute one.
Let's look at Alex. He just feels defeated right there.
Alex, you're
I'll
good
give you
too,
that.
bro.
I'll give you
All right, all right.
Alex.
All
Exactly.
right, go.
So for this one, you know, I don't know the status of Lamar Jackson. They haven't announced Huntley to be the starter. I know Jackson hasn't been playing, and since I know, well, depending on the outcome of how they decide the Bills and Bengals game, if they do it, if they call it a no contest, I don't think Baltimore can take the division from them.
No, they
So
cannot.
So I don't think that they are going to. They might rest their starters for this game because they have a locked up spot in the playoffs if Lamar is not able to play. And my thought process is no Lamar, no winning this game. I'm not disrespecting Tyler Huntley because I actually like him, but I don't think he's a full-time starter. You know, and we don't know how many Bengals players might choose to sit out. I watched their post-game or their media today, and they were talking about how some of them might choose not to play this weekend after the unfortunate events from Monday.
Right.
Either way, I'm going to take Cincinnati to try to get back on track. They have Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow versus Tyler Huntley doesn't sound like a debate to me. And
Matchup
so I'm
of
going
the
to take
ages.
the Bengals. Yeah, right. I'm going to take the Bengals probably 24-13. They'll put some fight in it. No matter what Ravens team shows up, they'll put some fight, but not enough to win.
Here's an interesting stat I just saw today. Ravens defense allowed just 12.1 points per game without Lamar Jackson.
Their defense has gotten better
They
since the beginning of the season, and I think it's partially them getting a little bit healthier. But I still think that this might be a rest of starters game kind of for Baltimore just to get ready for the playoffs. And so I think no matter what the actual score is, the Bengals will probably win this game.
For sure. Absolutely. Is it true that the winner of this gets the North?
Yes, there is a possibility of it if, and I mean if, that game gets completely canceled.
Oh, true. Okay.
Well, actually, no. Hold on, because if it's because if it gets actually, let me see. Because right now, technically, it can be the Ravens. Technically, can if it does get canceled. I was going to clarify that it would if the Ravens get to be 11 and let me actually see because if that actually no, I'm sorry. God,
I don't think there's any possibility.
I'm dumb. No, there's not. You are right. I am sorry. I am being dumb because
you're good.
Because of the thing was, I'm thinking about if they make up that game. If the game's not made up, then you are right. The Ravens do not have a chance. Okay. But if it is made up, the Ravens do have a chance.
And you said next Saturday, right?
They would say it would be if they did it. It would be the 14th, and then they would only play, is what I've been hearing, only NFC games on possibly that Sunday, and then making that Saturday the AFC wild cards.
Okay.
And then maybe doing that way is what I've been hearing. But they're still researching possibilities.
Well, Ravens could have Lamar Jackson back this week, which could help their alien offense in a big way. Even so, I think the Bengals will come out and light the Ravens defense up. I'm going with the Bengals 31-21.
I just apologize because I'm like still we didn't even expect this to happen. So
No, we didn't.
I didn't even. I'm just trying to figure it out for myself. I might as well just go next. I want to say Tyington for last because I want to save his thoughts on this game.
Okay.
I had to get my thoughts on this game real quick. And one person in particular in the comments section,
Dashy?
Johnster, what kind of crack have you been smoking?
Wait a second. What is he talking
You've
about?
had sound the alarm for the Browns and the Steelers and the Ravens. Are you kidding? You're picking the Browns and the Ravens. Are you kidding me?
Woo!
Good Lord.
That's
How?
Bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
31
And
to 20.
Is he a Chickens fan? I mean, come on,
He's
man.
a Chickens fan. He is the Philadelphia Chickens fan. And you know what person? Never mind. But anyways, I'm just gonna say we'll get to the Philadelphia Chickens in a little bit. But anyways, I gotta say this though. The thing is with the Ravens and the Bengals, the Ravens offense without Lamar Jackson is absolutely terrible. Even with Lamar Jackson, I don't even expect this Ravens offense to be nearly as good as they were at the beginning of the year.
True.
Sure, you had a great game with the Tyler Hunt and Mark Andrews had a really good game against Pittsburgh last week, but against Cincinnati, who knows how to play Mark Andrews a lot better, I don't see them contributing. I don't see him contributing that much in regard to this game. Yeah, I know he fell, but I'm going to have to get him back up in a second. Realistically, the last time Mark Andrews played against the Bengals, he didn't have that impressive of a game, from what I remember. He only had 89 yards. Like, sure, you got a lot of catches, but a majority of them were Hail Marys the majority of the time. Realistically, I watched that game, and it really wasn't that much, and Lamar had to force him into Mark Andrews. But this time, though, I think the Bengals know how to prepare for Mark Andrews. I think they know how to prepare, even with all the injuries they suffered. I'm going to take Cincinnati Bengals. I think they're going to be playing at home. I just think that they're much more prepared, especially since they didn't have that game. They're a little bit more well-rested. That's the only good thing I could see. Like, one of the things that came out of it is both Buffalo and Cincinnati are a little bit more rested since they didn't have to play that game. So they have a little bit more freshness compared to Baltimore. But I'm still going to say this. Cincinnati should win this game at least by a touchdown and a half.
Okay.
30 to I'm going to say 30-20, give Baltimore just a bit generous here because I'm saying Huntley may put up a garbage time touchdown. 30-20, Cincinnati wins this one. Sorry, Baltimore. You're locking in that 6th spot.
Oh, my goodness.
Whew.
I've got the same result and the same score as LC.
Oh, and they didn't cheat.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't look at anyone's.
I actually had this written down before I heard LC say it. I've got the Bengals over the Ravens 30-20.
Wow.
All right. Awesome.
That actually is real impressive. I like that.
Next game on the list. This one's going to be interesting. It is the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. This game is in Chicago. Vikings. Okay. Right. 7.5.
5 for 5.
Oh my gosh.
This is great. I love it.
Going.
I love it.
Who's the zebra guy?
Referee for this game, the zebra is going to be, let's see, because I don't know if they have playoff implications. Well, they have other seeding order implications. It's Brad Allen.
And you have Kenny Albert and Jonathan Vilma on the call. I'll go first in this one.
Go right ahead. But actually, do mention one thing, though. Guess who's starting the game for the Bears?
Oh, yes.
Nathan
Peterman. Nathan Peter meme is getting the start.
Justin Fields is out for this game. So Nathan Peter meme.
Justin Fields is out. Vikings aren't playing that well, but they still have 12 victories and can lock up the 2nd seed by winning this game. Bears have looked awful last week, losing to the Lions 40. Lions put up 40 on them.
Yeah,
41-10. I think the Bears will play better here, but I think Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson carves them up. Give me the Vikings to beat the Bears. 31-18.
Ooh. Interesting. Yeah, Minnesota came up a little short last week. In fact, they came up a lot short last week. But I can see them coming back in this one, playing at Soldier Field against the Bears. I actually think the Bears are going to put up a good fight, but Minnesota will just pull away probably around the fourth quarter. Actually, you said the spread was 7.5.
7.5. Yep.
This is my point spread game of the week.
Oh my.
I
Even
actually
with-
think,
Even with Peterman.
even with Peterman,
Okay.
I mean, this may be crazy. I don't know.
All right.
I'm taking the Vikings with the victory, but I'm taking the Bears with the points. 27-21 Vikings.
Awesome.
Have a good one, Dashy.
All right, Alex. We got this one.
Well, the thing I just read this morning when I woke up is something that, well, I was watching a Matt LaFleur interview, and they said that the Vikings head coach blamed their loss to the Packers on the condition of the field. And so I think if they, and Matt LaFleur's response, which people are mad about, I thought was hilarious. And he said, well, we played on the same field. And I mean, it's true. But if he thinks playing in Lambeau, that field is bad, they're going to have a heck of a time at Soldier Field. I don't know if there's actually a worse field right now than that one. Nathan Peterman sucks. But for whatever reason, I kind of feel the same way about Tim, what Tim said. And it's not going to be, I'm not going to take the points, but I feel like this game is going to be interesting for like half a game at least, and then maybe Minnesota figures it out and takes away. So I'm going to take the Vikings to win fairly handily, 34-21.
Mm-hmm.
NLC.
And me.
Are you making it unanimous?
Oh, hey, wait, guys. Hi, my name's Romy here, and I'm going
Romy's
to
here.
mash on Vikings.
What's up, dude? What's up, Romy?
Yo, what's up,
Romy
Tubby?
boy.
What's up, Tubby? I know your your most favorite rival, the Vikings, are playing, and guess what? The Vikings will win, but it's because they're. Remember what time it is, Alex? That game? What time is it?
1 o'clock.
And you know Kirk Cousins at 1 o'clock games. He's Mr.
Pretty
I see.
I
Yep.
see wearing them chains, doing the
Yeah, he's going to be doing
dance
that all
stuff.
game long. But I do have a stipulation for this game. This game will be such a blowout by the second half. Kirk Cousins will be benched, and they will put in the backups.
Okay.
I think this will be a completely blowout game. Do I think Nathan Peterman throws 5 interceptions like he did the last time? No. But I do think he'll throw at least 2. It will be a bit close in the fourth quarter due to the garbage time touchdowns Peterman will get. But the Vikings will probably bench their starters in this half, and it will be pretty much a formality at that point. The Vikings will probably have a good chance of clinching number 2 overall seed. Give me the Vikings to win this game. I think they will win. I'm going to say 34-24. Give me the Vikings.
Okay. Next game on the list, it is the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. This game is in Buffalo.
Yes, it is.
Pull it up real quick. The Bills.
Alex, I really hope you get this right.
7.
No! 7
Oh, the
and a half.
streak is over.
7.5.
The
7
streak
and a
is
half.
over. Off by just a tad.
Romy, hold on. 1 second, though. Romy's comment, point of advice, Alex, Lucas asked you out. I think it's 2 words for shame. Romy, I got something for you. Ready? Romy, I got something for you. Ready?
Oh, God. Oh, here it is.
Where did that come from?
Where did that come from?
Shut up.
All right.
Be
7.5 point favorites. The announcers for Bills and Patriots. Don't see it. Where the hell is it? Bills and Patriots. Jim Nance and Tony Romo. There it is.
Oh, it is January.
Yes.
Nice. Clay Martin is the referee for the game.
Oh, this one's going to be interesting. But I think it's only right. I'm picking the Bills in this one. This one's for Damar. This one's for Damar. 34-21. I'm just gonna be simple. 34-21. Give me the Bills. And say it, man.
No, it's the Bills!
Because nobody circles the
Circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, I'm going.
Make it unanimous. I'm making it same with me. Tiny Tim, you're also going to do it?
Yeah, I'm putting up the big 3 for Damar Hamlin right there.
Put up the 3. Go the 3s.
And I'm taking Buffalo by a score of 31-24. Let me hear him again.
One more time.
No, it's the Bills! Buffalo all the way this time!
Alex, another time for me. Bills, I'm going to say they put up 33 points to Patriots 7. 33-7. For the 3s for Damar Hamlin. Let's do it again, Alex.
Why the hell not?
No, it's the Bills! Buffalo all the way this time!
There you go.
That gets me so hyped up. I'm not even a Bills fan.
I'm not a Bills fan, but I respect them.
Yes.
Absolutely.
They're in my division, and out of the 3 other teams in the division, I respect the Bills the most.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm right there with you guys. I'm obviously going to take the Bills to win. I feel like, it didn't matter who they were playing this week. I feel sorry for any of the 31 teams that would have to play them for this week. I do think the Patriots will put up some sort of a fight just because they do have playoff hopes. And as much as people don't like it, Bill Belichick is a good coach. I think it's their offensive coordinator that's led to all of their struggles this year. I think the Bills will probably put up like 38 points in this. So I'm going to say 38-24, but the Patriots try to claw their way back in, and it's too late in the game.
All right. Next game. Oh, man. It's my game. It is the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. This game is in Miami. The Jets currently stand at 1-point favorites.
You are correct. Back on track.
Back on track. What do you know? Who's the ref?
Referee for Dolphins and Jets is going to be John Hussey.
And the announcers, you have Joe Davis and Daryl Johnston, a.k.a.
Moose.
There it is. You all know the rules.
Save you for last.
This is going to be pain.
How about you, Alex? Go first.
All right. I think this is gonna be an ugly game, man. Like, I'm sorry, Pizzle, but I don't feel good about either of these teams right now.
Hold on. Is that true? Zach Wilson's getting the start?
Is that true?
Is that true? Is that legit? I don't know about that.
I hadn't heard that.
It's in the chat. Anyways, sorry.
Yeah, I just saw it.
Yeah, they are.
Hold up.
I'll be damned.
He is?
I think so.
You know what? That's my boy. He's not good at football, but I respect him.
Wow. Okay.
I don't think that changes, but
No.
Mike White has thrown like 6 interceptions in the last like 2 or 3 games, so I think it's fair. I know I saw this morning when I woke up, Robert Saleh said he's still their guy, even though I feel like he's lying through his teeth every time he says that, and we'll see after the season over if he gets traded.
Right.
But like I said, I think this is going to be an ugly game. Maybe not as ugly as that last Jets and Patriots game where it was like 3-3 until the kick return touchdown. But relatively low scoring. I think the Jets could win this game. I think this is really a coin flip kind of game, in my opinion. And like I'm not confident. I don't know who's starting at quarterback for Miami.
Skylar Thompson.
You know what? He didn't look absolutely horrible the one game I watched him against the Vikings.
The Vikings, yep.
All right, so that kind of helps. I'm going to take the Dolphins in a tight win here to win 21-17.
Okay. I hope that's true. I hope that's true.
Wow.
Oh boy. Jets and Dolphins. This will be a good game, and I think that this will be a game where defense really matters the most. The offenses do have some bright spots, including Jets rookie wide receiver Garrett Wilson. But let's be honest, though, Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, it's hard to stop that duel, Mr. Waddle himself. But the difference for me is quarterbacks. It's going to be Zach Wilson once again with what I've been hearing against Skylar Thompson. I realistically think that the Jets need to end their season on a high note, realistically, even though they ended the playoffs. And what a way to end the season by sweeping the Dolphins. They haven't swept the Dolphins in a while, but realistically, I'm going to pick the Jets. I'm going to take the Jets because this not only is this one of the scenarios that I need for the Steelers to make the playoffs, but I just think this will be the last thing the Steelers need, because with Buffalo being New England, Steelers winning, the Jets being the Dolphins, the Steelers will get that 7th seed, and I think they will get it in. The Jets, though, I think their defense will step up, even though I do think that losing C.J. Mosley will hurt. I think that the Jets will win by a final score of 17-13. Give me the Jets.
All right. So Zach Wilson is back with the Jets.
What?
Zach Wilson.
Yes.
Zach Wilson is back with the Jets. Well,
Hide the mills.
I really feel sorry for the guy. They just want to boo him right out of town, and nothing to really say about here. I mean, the only difference is the Jets. I mean, the Dolphins with that great team. I mean, Jalen Waddle. I've got him on one of my fantasy leagues, and he's done good for me so far. I don't think he'll let me down again. I'm taking the Dolphins in a close win over the Jets by a score of 27-24. Fins up.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Before we get to my pick, I want to take you guys back to week 13. This was after we lost to the San Francisco 49ers, and yours truly said this. I had this thought as this game was going on. What if we don't win another game rest of the season? What if we go from 8-3 to 8-9? And here we stand on the cusp of doing such a thing.
Oh.
Skylar Thompson's getting the start, and I don't know if you guys heard the news today, but we signed a quarterback to our practice squad, one Mike Lennon.
Oh, God. Oh,
he still has a job somehow, some way, still has a job in the NFL. Yeah, this one's tough. Jets are eliminated. Miami has to win to get in and hope the Patriots lose to the Bills, which I believe that they will. We're almost certainly starting Skylar Thompson at quarterback. That's a tough duty against a good Jets defense. I'm torn here. I'm not really sure what to do, so I'm going to let fate decide.
Ooh.
Because this is my coin flip game of the week. Heads will be the Jets, tails, and this Colonial guy will be the Dolphins. Go. 1, 2, 3.
Baba boy.
Baba boy.
Oh, boy.
Okay. That's how it is. This is what it says. Fins up, baby! Give me the Miami Dolphins to get the win over the Jets. 21-17.
Hell yeah.
Fins up.
Before we move on to our next game, what are you doing?
Hi, Care Bear!
What are you doing?
Oh my goodness, Gary!
You, I don't like at all. Alex, how you doing? I need him. This guy has been my buddy for years. I love this guy.
I love you too, brother.
Well, look who we have here.
It's in the blood.
Who's this? We got a new friend.
That's right. It's in the blood.
What's going on?
Well, I'm here with, these Larry, Curly, and Mo.
Yeah.
I made a
I'm
promise.
your best friend.
Oh, for God's sake.
You know, I came on here to be polite.
Yes.
I came on here to be polite and not lose my temper, but you're fucking pushing me, pal.
He even agrees that I'm your bestest friend.
Wow.
What's up, man?
Well, did you talk about the Buffalo Bills yet?
We did.
Oh yeah, we did.
We did.
But if you want, we can talk.
But if you want, we still can.
All right, we can give the floor to Gary for a little
That's
while,
right.
could we?
Yeah, I
Give
just don't
them
see
a
why
call.
I made a
not.
promise last night. I made a promise last night that I'd come on here for a brief bit to talk about the Bills. I
Okay.
rarely ever come on this program at all. I mean, I hardly ever do. But I will come on here for special occasions to talk briefly about the Buffalo Bills because this is necessary. So I'm sure you all talked about the incident that happened with the
Damar.
with the Bills and the Bengals.
Mhm.
Okay, funny story. I was at the casino. I ended up talking to a guy who actually was there.
Oh, wow.
I ended up talking to a guy who was literally at that game.
Oh boy.
And he told me that from what you saw on TV, sure, you got all the stats, you got the news, you got everything, got all the updates and so on. But he told me that when you were in the stadium itself, especially when you literally saw him fall like that, the people were wondering because they showcased on the billboards that the game's been postponed and so on. And people were just all looking at each other, talking like, "What's going on?" Now, the guy said that when they were announcing on the speakers of remain calm, remain your seats, don't do anything, the reason is because they don't want no panic to fall out.
Yeah.
And the thing is that everybody's been speculating of exactly what happened. How did he go into the cardiac arrest? Like, what was it, the hits? Was it the weight? Was it a health issue? I mean, we don't know. There's a lot of speculation. I'm sure he's going through a lot of tests right now to see exactly what the cause was. But hopefully enough, I do wish him a speedy recovery. Hopefully gets better. And it's tough being a Bills fan. It really is. It's tough being a Bills fan. And especially playoffs coming about, it's going to be a lot harder. Now, the guy was telling me, he was saying, quote unquote, that I don't think the Bills are going to do the playoffs. Okay. That's just one guy's opinion. Honestly, though, it doesn't necessarily make sense of, why the Bills should not play the playoffs. I mean, sure, it's a bad situation, but here's the thing. You got to play in order to not only not to make the Bills look better, but you got to do it in honor of somebody who's trying to recover.
Yeah.
That's what the Bills need to do is that, okay, for them to go into New England Patriots, which I obviously got them winning, score-wise, 31-20. I'm going to say 31-25. I got the Buffalo Bills winning this game, obviously, like I always do. But then again, home team advantage. But the thing is that they got to go in strong playing this.
Yes.
They can't just go on, think like it's a normal football game. They got to, put that. They got to focus. They got to think about their guy and actually, put it all there. And I agree. The Bills have to do it for Damar. And here's what I'm saying. For the Super Bowl in general, for the playoffs, they got to do it for his honor.
Yes.
See, when the playoffs comes in, there is one team that I'm actually really scared of that we're going to play against.
Oh.
And someone's representing them right now. I'm looking at you.
Chiefs.
I am scared playing.
About those Chiefs.
I am very scared about that. I am.
No, I might be scared of playing the Bengals, man. For whatever reason.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. For the past, what was it, 2-3 years? What, 2-3 years? The Chiefs, they wiped us. They gave us a game last year. They might do it again this year. That's what I'm afraid of. If it's any other team, okay. But if it's the Chiefs, I'm scared. I am very scared because they are tough. They got a good team. They got a great quarterback who is just like Josh Allen coming up. So that's a little.
No, I think he's already established.
Oh, well, whoever's established,
top guys.
I'm very scared. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, when those two collide, I'm very scared.
Oh, yeah.
So I figured I'd want to come on and give my little 2 cents about the Buffalo Bills
Awesome.
and introduce myself to our new friend. Say
She's in
hello.
the Discord.
Huh?
She's in the Discord, I think.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the Discord.
Oh, you're in the Discord?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, there's so many people in the Discord.
And everybody else should be if you're not. First link's in the chat.
I don't know who's in the Discord. I mean, there's so many people in it that I can't keep track of.
Almost
There's
at a
me in the Discord, Garrett Bear.
I don't give a single fuck about you. Damn it.
Oh man. Well,
I
Gary,
just
thanks
them all
for
the time, and it's amazing.
I came on here to be nice and do a segment, and you ruined it for one.
I ain't rude shit. Thank you.
You ruined it.
Wow.
You ruined it.
No, I didn't. I didn't ruin nothing. See,
Ruin-
he even agrees with me. Did I ruin anything? Yeah, he told me no.
I
I
don't.
didn't ruin anything.
I'm not saying anything.
Well, this is your show.
It is. Yes, it is.
It is your
It is.
show.
It is.
Yeah.
Correct.
I didn't promise. Well, actually, I didn't make a promise to Lucas. I made a promise to this guy that I would come on here briefly to talk.
And
about
you
this.
did.
I
And
did.
you did. And I appreciate you for coming on.
Even though it's a horse.
Yep. That's right.
4 Horsemen.
Where'd you get that ring from?
Right.
Me?
Yeah.
I got this online. It's all the Infinity Stones.
Oh, I thought it was the Steelers. I thought that was the Steelers Super Bowl ring.
No,
What
it's the
is-
Infinity.
Why did she? What? Hold up a second. What's that, Tim? What's that?
What's
Oh,
what?
yeah,
What's
your little
this?
buddy.
What the? Fuck?
Yeah, little buddy right there.
This is Rowdy. This is the mascot of the Cowboys. This is Rowdy.
See, he's a little
He has-
buddy.
He has this thing with mascots.
Yeah.
It's funny as hell.
Look at Gary.
You got
It's
that,
Rowdy.
you know? Yeah.
That looks like
Big
Twinkie.
star.
You know what that looks like?
What?
That looks like Twinkie the Kid if he was human.
Oh,
Oh, he does.
that's a pretty solid comparison.
He looks like Twinkie the Kid if he was human.
Oh, Gary,
Got him.
Gary.
Got him.
So,
I gave you a tap on that one.
he's got the sheriff's badge. He's got the cowboy hat. He's got the goofy smile. He's got the fucking scarf and everything. Look at him. It's Twinkie the Kid if he. It's like Twinkie the Kid if he. Just like Pinocchio. If Pinocchio
He's a real boy.
trying to become a real boy, Twinkie the Kid has to be a real boy and the mascot of the Dallas Cowboys. Oh my God! Oh, what a spot!
Mind blown.
That's Twinkie the Kid if he was a real boy.
Oh,
Yes.
oh my God! Oh my
Tim's
God!
dead.
My nose is bleeding.
Tim's dead.
Oh, you're killing me! You're killing me, Gary!
Tim's
Oh my
dead.
God! My nose is bleeding. Oh my
Oh,
God!
man. Be careful, Tiny Tim.
Gary, Gary, how could you do that, bro?
No, totally came.
Oh my God!
That was beautiful.
Oh my gosh!
That was amazing.
First me, I may laugh. Someone laughed so hard the nose started bleeding.
Document this moment here.
Yep.
Oh,
this
this
is
is-
definitely
this is
going on one of the best.
The clip show.
This is definitely going
Oh,
on
yeah.
Clip Show for sure.
Oh my
Wait,
goodness!
Huh?
Oh my
Mr.
gosh.
Gary Bear, you're the man.
I came on here once in a while. I mean, I came on here. Well, this is my first
Oh,
time.
my Jersey.
This is my first time since what? Painting a pick 'em since I came.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Like- Cameo.
Y'all have to excuse me.
No worries,
Oh,
Tiny
yeah.
Tim.
Gary,
What are
I
you
love you,
laughing
bro,
at?
but
And look
Hey,
who
it's not-
joined the chat.
And look who's,
Who's in the
who's
chat?
there. And look who's there.
Hey, it's not a bloody nose. It's just tomato
Hey.
ketchup.
Look at that.
no, I wish it was just ketchup. Rowdy! Oh my goodness, he's here.
He is. Well, Gary, thank you so much for stopping by. You are the absolute.
Well, of course,
Legend.
I came on. I did my thing, and now I'm gonna leave and let you all. Before she ends up not liking me anymore. I feel strong. Feel that she's put on a smile, laugh, and you're like, oh, can somebody get rid of me? Yeah, that's all it is. Like, okay, this guy probably the same way. This guy, he's like,
Skip it. You're the bestest friend I could
Okay.
ever have.
I think this is the time where I'm going to go and let you all, do your program and, continue talking.
Have a good night, Gear Bear.
You are the man, Mr. Gerber.
Okay, Alex, I'll talk to you, Tiny Tim. I fucking love you, pal.
Love you, bro.
Lucas, fuck you. It was a pleasure and honor to meet you. Name?
Alex.
Alex.
Oh, another Alex. We got
Yeah.
2 Alexes. Oh, nice. We got Alexander the Great, and we got Alex and Alexandria the. What do you call yourself?
Oh man.
It's in the blood.
That's in the
Oh,
blood.
okay. In the blood. Okay.
It's in the blood.
You were my Percy, Gear Bear.
I'll think of something. I always think of people.
Yeah, he's
can't
got
wait.
nicknames for everybody.
I do that. I'll think of something.
All right.
You folks take care, have fun, and ciao for now.
Ciao for now.
Appreciate you, Gary. Wow.
That was something else.
So, if you want more of that, make sure you check out Bofas on the Sofas every Monday on his channel, Mr. Garrison 96.
I gotta go take a time out. I gotta clean up here. This is
Of
probably
course, man.
the most embarrassing moment I've ever had on this show.
You're good, man. Don't worry. It's all good, man. It was a
made me
great
laugh so
moment.
hard, my nose started bleeding.
Oh, shit.
Oh my gosh,
man.
Gary.
You're all good, dude. Don't worry.
But
man.
I love the guy. I mean, y'all can say what you want to about him, but I love the guy. I'll be
I do
right
too,
back.
man. He's
Okay. Let's
To
get
be
back
fair, I need to have a laugh so hard that my nose bleeds. Like that's a good laugh. I mean, that just added a new level to what a good laugh is.
yeah.
just that one step better.
Like,
That's
oh,
awesome.
you cry when you laugh? That's nothing.
That's I bleed. All right, let's get back to some pick'ems. Next game on the list, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. This game is in Atlanta. Falcons.
Did you say everyone's resting for Tampa?
Boom. Yes, I
4
did.
point favorites.
They are. They are racing. They have no playoff implications for this game. Land Clark is the referee. Tom Brady. It looks like Tom Brady, Mike Evans should be resting up for the game, is what I've been told for this game. That's why Atlanta's a 4-point favorite. So,
And who's the ref? for this game?
Land Clark.
And you have Adam Amin and Mark Schlereth on the call. I'll go first in this one if y'all don't mind. So this is a meaningless game for these teams. I would imagine the Bucs are definitely going to sit a lot of their starters, as we all said.
Mm-hmm.
Even if Todd Bowles says they won't.
You can't trust Todd Bowles. I'm not trusting him. Sorry.
Exactly. They're playing to build something for next year. The Falcons, I think, are playing hard. I think they will find a way to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers backups. So I'm going to go with the Falcons here. I'm going to say 23 to, let's go 23-17. Give me the Falcons.
I'm going to take the Falcons as well. Desmond Riddler ends up on a high note. And no, they're not going to draft a quarterback in the off. They're not going to draft a quarterback. We're not getting one in the offseason. I think realistically, if you drafted Desmond Riddler in the third round, you need to start him. At least what you got for him this year and next year. They're not going to be good anywhere good next year. The Buccaneers have nothing to play for, but realistically, I think this is a good starting point for the Falcons. This will be a low scoring game. I think that both teams will make some good impressions, but if you're going this game, I feel bad for you because it will be a snooze fest. Unless it's to get that distraction going for the rest of the day. Maybe take the Falcons, see something though. But wait, there's one thing you can't do in Atlanta on Sundays, and that's
Eat
enjoy
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Even though they have one at their stadium.
Yeah, they
That's
have one.
hilarious.
They have one in this game, but yeah, you can't eat there on Sundays.
It's sad, honestly.
It is
When you
weird.
That
think
is like a
about it.
wasted investment for a football field.
Exactly. The only place that's open. Think about it. For Falcons games, only place that's open, only Chick-fil-A that's open at a Falcons game. Nope, can't do it. Unfortunate.
Falcons win this game by 4. I'll take it. They say they win by 4, 14-10. I think Blaine Gabbert does something, but this will be a rough game to watch.
Yes.
Have a good night, Leah.
Tim, or actually, let's have Alex go next.
Okay. So the runner, if Tampa's resting their starters, I think we've seen improvement over the last couple weeks from Ritter. Obviously he's not, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, all these top guys. He's not at that level. But I think if they go through the offseason right and develop him and continue to build that team up, he does have some potential in this league. I don't think he's going to be like a one-year starter and done. So I think they're going to use this to try to maybe open the playbook, try to learn some things about him, and because neither team has anything to lose here. I'm going to take Atlanta to win this game. And the only bright spot about the Bucs getting into the playoffs is that Tom Brady will enter the playoffs with a losing record, and that's the finest part of this game. And
It is.
I'm going to say Atlanta wins 20-17.
There you go. Tim, feeling a little better, man?
How you feeling, bud?
Yeah, I'm okay. I've cleaned up a little bit.
There you go.
There you go.
That's all that matters.
So we got Tampa Bay versus Atlanta. Well, if Brady, I say Tampa Bay wins either way. Whether or not Brady starts. If he starts, I'll say the final score will be 44-17. But if he doesn't start, I'll say it's 23-17.
All right.
But it doesn't matter. Bucs got this one.
Well, we got a little surprise because the fourth Horseman has joined us.
Yeah,
Still
made
is in
it
the
here.
house.
How you guys doing?
Doing good. How are you doing, man?
Freaking tastic.
Every single time I've watched this show on Wednesdays, there's only ever been 3 of you, and every now and then there was someone else, and I was just like, I just want to know who the fourth Horseman is.
He's right here.
This guy.
Steel Sermon Sports.
That would be me.
Nice to meet you.
And my New Year's resolution is to get first shift because I'm planning to become a personal trainer soon.
Nice.
And I just wanted to come on here. I'm not going to do any picks for this stream, but I just want to come on here and I just want to say, God bless Damar Hamlin.
Yes.
Keep him in your thoughts and prayers. I keep hearing updates from his family. And the young man is currently still in critical condition. He's on 50% oxygen, as I heard. And, it's just a travesty that this could happen to just such a young man like that in front of a national audience. And, I've been watching football for 20, 21 years, somewhere around there. And that was the worst thing that I've ever seen on a football field. And me being I was a lifeguard when I was a teenager, and I've seen some pretty horrific things. Like I've had to give CPR and AED on a person who got a concussion in the pool and he was hyperventilating. There was someone who I've had someone drown in front of me and I've had to save him. And during my training, I've seen someone have a seizure in the water, which was absolutely horrifying. But I think what happened to this young man probably takes the cake for the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. And it's just something that I hope would never happen to anybody ever again. So with that being said, in fact, I will make one pick. And it's for the Patriots and the Bills.
Yes.
I don't know what the Bills are going to do for this game. I don't know what they plan on doing for this one. But the number 1 seed in the AFC is still to be determined, obviously, because the NFL is, planning to reschedule and resume what happened with, the Bengals and the Bills. But I think regardless, New England has a win-in situation. Buffalo's still fighting for number one, and they're coming home to play the Patriots. This is the week, in my opinion, the Bills are going to come in inspired. They're going to come in with heavy emotion.
Yes.
And they're going to want to win it for their brother down in Cincinnati. I got Buffalo as my lock.
And this is my stone cold lock of the century. Or the week.
That's right. I'm locking up the Buffalo Bills because nobody circles the wagon like the
Buffalo Bills.
Hell yeah.
That's all I wanted to say. Damar, we love you, brother. We're praying for you.
Absolutely.
Take care, guys.
Take care, man.
Later, Sermon.
See you, bro.
Later,
All
guys.
right.
Later,
Later.
Seal.
Okay. Next game on the list, it is the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. This game is in the Superdome. Saints, 3.5.
You're back on it again. Dude, you've only missed one so far.
Just
It was
one.
by half a point.
Just one. I'll be there. Who is the announcer? Or referee for this game? Yeah.
Alex Kemp is the referee for this game.
And you have Jason Bennett and Brady Quinn on the call.
Brady Quinn.
Brady Quinn.
Alex, I know you use yours, but it's time for me to let fate decide.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, this even though this meme scheme, this God, I'm my grammar's so off. Just a second. Even though this game means absolutely nothing, I couldn't care less who wins this game. I'd rather see the Saints lose, but I want to let fate decide because realistically, I have a story for the only other game that does not mean anything. I have a story, but I'm going to go heads. Where the eagle here is going to be the New Orleans Saints, and this will be the Carolina Panthers. Why? I have no idea. Here we go. You know the rules. 3, 2, 1.
Baba Booey.
Boy.
Louis. I'm going Panthers. I'm taking the Panthers in this one. I'm taking the Carolina Panthers. Upset, like it's crazy to think about. Yeah, I'm taking Carolina to beat the Saints on the road to end the season on a high note, and maybe it keeps Steve Wilkes as the coach for next year. Who knows? Do they draft a quarterback? Do they keep Sam I look like a Lego police officer Darnold around? Who knows?
Lego police officer.
Hey, man, you never know, man. I would like to see the Lego police officer keep the job for at least another year. Final score, Carolina 27-24. Give me the Panthers.
Well, looking at this game, I'm saying, New Orleans have had just a terrible year. Just terrible. Carolina, I think, has been slightly better. They come along good when they need to. I'm not going to flip a coin. I'm going to sound the alarm.
Oh.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, New Orleans needs to be put out of their misery for this season, and I believe the Carolina Panthers will do it. Give me the Panthers over the Saints, 27-20.
Wow. Yeah, these two teams are done in terms of the playoffs, but the Saints have played well the past couple weeks. Defense have played pretty well. Offense has looked okay, not too bad. I think that will show here as Carolina plays 2 consecutive road games with little to play for after being eliminated last week. I'm going to go with the Saints and the Who Dat Nation to get the win here. Final score 26-13. What about you, Alex?
I was conflicted about this game. One, because it is meaningless, and 2, both of these teams have been a coin flip every single week of which team is going to show up. Like I said, like you said, the Panthers have looked better over the last couple weeks. And the Saints have showed promise the last couple weeks,
little bit.
despite, losing like all of their wide receivers to start this season, other than their rookie and some tight ends. I'm gonna take the Saints at home. They know they're not getting in the postseason, but they also know that the team that's potentially locking up the 1 seed in their division has their first round pick. So if anything, they're playing for pride, and and so I think I'm gonna take the Saints at home to go out with a bang in front of their home team. I'm gonna take the Saints 27-21.
All right. Next game on the list. Oof. This is the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. This game is in Indy. The Colts are 2.5-point favorites.
You're actually right. They are 2.5-point favorites.
Really, even with their record, even with both of their records the way they are.
Yep, they're 2.5-point favorites.
Okay.
That who's playing quarterback? Ellinger.
I think it is Tim Ellinger.
Ellinger versus
Tim. Where's he from?
Texas.
That's right. Hook 'em horns.
Look horns.
Who is the ref?
Surprisingly, the referee for this game is Jerome Boger.
Okay.
Why?
And you have a Spiro Adidas calling the game, and Jay Feely. All right. Who do you guys got and why for Texans and Colts?
I see people saying Texans as the upset pick of the week. Hold your horses for a second here. The thing is with the Texans, if they were to win, they would lose the number 1 overall pick. They would lose the number 1 pick because the Bears would actually be a worse team, 3-14 versus 3-13-1. They already got their extra win that they needed. So realistically, I don't think the Texans win this. I think this is the last game you will see Davis Mills ever start as quarterback in the NFL. And I really think, even though the Chicago Bears more than likely in the draft will get Will Anderson from Alabama, I really don't think the Texans want to lose out on Bryce Young or CJ Stroud. I really don't think they want to lose out on a quarterback like that. Even though I don't think either of these quarterbacks are nearly as great as everyone says they are, they still want that prospect of having to see what Bryce Young could do as a Houston Texan at least. Even though I don't think Bryce Young's nearly as good as CJ Stroud, I think they're both kind of overrated. But still, I want to see what they have with Bryce Young. I think they're going to draft number 1 overall. Or they could go CJ Stroud. They want to see who they can get with quarterback number 1 overall because, let's be honest, Davis draft Mills will not be this. Well, can't get it done. He's not going to be able to do it. He's good. He'll probably be a serviceable backup at best. That's like another Mike Lennon. I realistically could see him being another Mike Lennon. And it's kind of similar because both of them do have long necks.
Yeah. Yeah, they are the giraffes.
So they both are giraffes. But who has a longer neck, though? That's what I was wondering. I thought it was Glenn by a hair.
I think it's Mills by a hair.
I thought it was Glenn by a hair. But who knows?
Who knows?
Colts end the disastrous Jeff Saturday tenure with a win, and Jeff Saturday gets his second win as a coach, this time at home to the 1,400 fans or probably less that will be at this game, because I don't know who in their right mind would be at this game. Because let's be honest here, if you have in your car and you see a Houston Texans Indianapolis Colts game tickets, someone's going to break into your car and leave about 10 more.
Leave them 10 more.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, Colts win this game, low scoring game. Who cares? I'm going to say this is all defense. I mean, only all offense, no defense whatsoever. 51-45 for meme's sakes.
For me, for meme's sake.
For the meme's sake, it's going to be 51-45. Sam Ellinger lights up the Houston Texans defense, being the Houston team, being the Texas team by 6 points.
Well, Texans are playing for the first pick in the draft. So they should be playing to lose, right?
Yes, they are. They should be.
They should be. Colts are playing Sam Ellinger, like we said, but doesn't really matter. Their offense is absolute booty juice. Absolute trash.
True.
But I think they will play well enough to win Jeff Saturday's last game as head coach. I'm going to go with the Colts as well. 20-13. Give me Indy. Tim, who you got?
Yeah, this is going to be a low-scoring game. I don't really think I could see either team scoring more than 20 points in this one. Although I could probably see my man Sam Ellinger from Texas probably is passing for another one of his for his second touchdown of his young career. I'm going to take the Colts over the Texans by a score of 17-13.
And Alex?
Well, I just watched the Jacksonville Jaguars blow out the Texans. Obviously, they are a better team than the Colts. But we have seen games this year that the Colts can do things when they want to. And so I'm going to take the Colts to win here. And their defense is respectable. Most of the time, it's just their offense that's bad. So I'm going to take the Colts to win 20-6.
All right. Now we get to the 4 o'clock slate of games. First up, it is the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. This game is in Santa Clara. The 49ers, 14.5.
Let me see. Let me go get my phone because I had to put my thing on the charger.
Just go with it. 14.5. Come on. Just go with it.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, it's 14.5.
All right.
Just barely, because it was at 14. It just moved up to 14.5. Just barely.
Who is the ref for this game?
Referee for the Niners and the Niners and the. Give me a second here. For some reason, I can't find it. I don't know why. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's right here. Adrian Hill.
And you have Chris Myers and Robert Smith on the call for Cardinals and the 49ers.
Interesting.
I'm gonna go first in this one, if y'all don't mind. So Cardinals have been dung for a long time, so they will be looking at playing towards their their vacation for their most part. 49ers need this to possibly have a chance at the number 1 seed in the NFC. 49ers defense was bad last week against the Raiders, but I think that will change here against a bad Arizona Cardinals offense. I think the 49ers get right back on track. Give me the 49ers 27-10, and the Niners are my lock of the
And
week.
this is my stone cold lock of the century. Or the week.
Boom.
Yes.
Wow.
It is J.J. Watt's last game in the NFL as an NFL player. He's going to go out, I think, with his best game. But the thing is, he's going to get at least, I think he's going to go out his last game with 3 sacks, a forced fumble, and a touchdown.
Ooh.
But this game will be completely over, and he'll be the only touchdown the Arizona Cardinals score all day.
Wow.
This will be after Brock Purdy and all the other backups have already left the game, and J.J. Watt can have his final moment in the NFL, scoring a touchdown. What I would like to see is him getting a forced fumble, a teammate picking up, and then him just pitching to him, and J.J. Watt walks in for a touchdown.
That would be sweet.
And then just probably, what I think he should do for a celebration, just him holding his kid, like holding a football like he holds his kid as like the final his final touchdown celebration. I think that would be the perfect way to send him off.
Nice.
Because he's going to be a dad, and I think that's going to be the best way to send him off into the sunset. So give me the 49ers to win, but I like that J.J. Watt story. I'm going to say 49-7. J.J. Watt's the only person that scores a touchdown for the Texans. I mean, for the Cardinals. I'm sorry.
All right. Alex, who you got?
Oh, man. I've got the Niners. I don't think there's any way they lose this game. I think even if they rested all their starters, there's no way that they lose this game. Yeah, I agree. JJ Watt's gonna have a good moment,
Yes.
at least one good memorable moment in this game. Hopefully, it's your story because that's probably the best possible outcome.
Thank you.
But I'm gonna take the Niners to win, 34-10.
All right. tell you what, this Brock Purdy kid, he's
Looking pretty good.
pretty good. Pretty good. That's what I'm going to say. And the Cardinals have just been a miss. Love to see J.J. Watt go out on top. He'll be a first ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt about that. So give me the 49ers by a score of 35-20. And don't just give me the Niners. Lock them up for
And
me.
this is my stone cold lock of the century. Or the week.
It's my lock.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right. Next up, well, here we go, Tim. It's your time. It is the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. This game is in Washington. Cowboys, 7-point favorites.
Hold on, wait. Hold on. Wait.
Oh, God.
You're correct.
Let's go. Let's go. Who are the who's the announcer?
The announcers are, the referee, referee for Cowboys and Commanders is Trouble Lake. Trouble Lake.
We'll try. And you got Greg Olson and Kevin Burkhardt on the call.
All right, the 18 for that one.
Johnson, you said sound the alarm at least 6 times in this chat.
Yeah, he has.
Come on,
Yeah,
dude.
he has.
You gotta admit when you got that little ganja, man. You must have had some good ganja.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that every now and
There's
then.
nothing wrong with it, but hey, man, it must be
Every
good.
now and then.
Sam Howell will be starting this game, though, by the way, for the Commanders.
Oh, that's true. Sam Howell is getting the start for the comments. I think we all know the rules. Save Tim.
Some the legend for last.
Mm-hmm.
Alex, let's hear what you
I
have
was gonna
first.
say, I can go first. So I know you guys don't know a whole lot about me, but when I became a Chiefs fan was when Alex Smith moved to Kansas City from San Francisco.
Okay.
And, he mentored Mahomes and moved on to Washington. And so I kind of inherited Washington as like my little brother team. But then they went out, even after he retired, I went out and I kept following Washington. I didn't like put my heart and soul into it. But I always was like, I hope they do good until they signed Carson Wentz. And then it was like, okay, I can't stand this team. Carson Wentz is like the actual definition, if you look it up in the dictionary, of a bum. And so then I was like, you know what? I'm not following them. I don't care. And then he went out and they put Heineke in, and I watched them all last year, and I like Heineke.
Boy.
Dude, I love that guy. He might not be a star, but you know what? He loves the game and he's passionate, and I respect that out of him. And so I was like, okay, I can get back on this train. And then they were like, in a game where they can be eliminated, they're like, yeah, we're gonna start Carson Wentz because Taylor Heineke couldn't beat the best defense in the league. So I was like, all right, they're just making me hate them at this point. And then he's like, oh, I didn't know we could be eliminated. So give me the Cowboys like 50-3.
Is this your lock of the week? Is this your lock? You got
100%.
You're making this your lock.
And this is my stone cold lock of the century. Or the week.
I have some bad feelings towards Washington, and so they're about to get everything they deserve from the last 3 weeks.
Oh, brutal.
I'm gonna join you on this one. Commanders, I'm sorry. Sam Howell is going to get killed. He's going to be in serious trouble. I really don't think that Sam Howell is going to make it through the whole game. I think Dallas is going to come out, especially for the fact that they've been rested. They had that Thursday game, so they have plenty more rest. They're going to go out there and whoop the Commanders. It's not even going to be close. I feel bad for Scary Terry and for some of the other, the Mr. Duran, the Payne, and Montez Sweat. I feel bad for them because they're just Ron Rivera's wasting their primes. He's wasting them. And Brian Robinson was a good story for the Commanders this year, though, coming back in the NFL after getting stabbed. That was a great story this year. But unfortunately, I'm going to be bold for saying this, but I think Ron Rivera needs to be fired. I think after this day, I think you really need to completely blow up the whole franchise. Ron Rivera needs to go. Dan Snyder needs to go.
Well, that's
you
obvious.
Taylor Heineke and Sam Howell the starting points, but then after that, you build around them. I think this team could be decent, but you need to get a new owner and you need to get a new You get a new head coach for next year. You need to build a new culture around this team, especially for that terrible mascot that you just brought in,
Major Tutty.
Major Tutty. I like the fact that they try to do the Hogs reference as the pick, but still, it's a major miss. It's a no for me, dog. Final score: Cowboys. What do you think? What do you think? What do you tell me? 42-3. Give me the Cowboys.
Oh, dang.
It was close to my lock, but I decided not to.
Yep. Commanders have already been eliminated, so they're not
Fine, so
playing
sorry.
for anything. Cowboys still have a chance to win the division if the Eagles lose. And they also have a chance to get home field advantage to the playoffs. Dallas has won the last 3 meetings, last 3 times against the Commanders, I believe. So Dallas is rested after playing last Thursday. I think that will help a lot. Washington will still continue to struggle on offense. Doesn't matter who the quarterback is, even if it is Sam Howell, if it is Tanner Heineke or Carson Wentz, it doesn't matter. I'm going with the Cowboys to get the job done. Give me the Cowboys 31-13. We haven't heard this all day. Say it, Jimmy.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah.
Tiny Tim time.
Your turn.
Okay. With apologies to my good friend earlier who said this guy looked like Twinkie the
He
Kid.
does. He
Yeah.
does. I'm looking at it like side-by-side comparison.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you got to think about this game for 2 reasons. One, Cowboys really have nothing to lose.
Nope.
The Commanders have everything to gain. Because if the Commanders win, they're in the playoffs.
Wait, no, Commanders are out.
They're
All the
done.
Commanders are out.
They're done. Yeah, they're done.
Oh, they're done. Okay. So neither team has anything to lose or anything to gain, except maybe a possibility of a first round bye for the Cowboys. But I honestly do not see that happening because there is absolutely no way that I see the Cardinals beating the Niners. And we still got to talk about the other NFC East teams that are playing against each other this week.
Yep.
So it looks like the Cowboys will pretty much lock up the number 5 seed in the NFC and will most likely have to go to Tampa Bay and try to do something that they've never done before. They've never beaten Tom Brady.
Nope.
So the big question is, do you sit your starters or do you start them?
Ooh.
Actually, if it was up to me, I'll go ahead and sit Dak Prescott. I'd sit Zeke. I'd sit most of the starters, have them rested for the playoffs.
Okay.
But in this game here, they're going to put in Carson Wentz. I don't know what to say about the guy. I mean, personally, I rather would have started Heineke.
It's Sam Howell getting the start this week.
Sam Howell.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a pretty much a nobody that I've not heard of. So even if Cooper Rush did start for the Cowboys, it wouldn't matter because I see the Cowboys winning this game. They really need to get prepared for week 1 of the playoffs. Like I said, most likely at Tampa Bay. But as far as this game is concerned, what's I write down here? Oh, me and Rowdy, we're going with our boys. Cowboys 33, Commanders 20. And let's hear, hey, you want to hear Jerry say it again? Yes, he wants to hear it again.
How about them Cowboys?
All right.
Nice. All right. Next game is the other teams in the NFC East. You got the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. This game is in Philly. The Eagles 14 point favorites.
You're right.
2 touchdowns.
2 touchdown favorites.
Yeah.
2 touchdown favorites. I'll be damned. Referee for this game is
Carl Sheffers.
And you got Ian Eagle and Charles Davis on the call. Jalen Hurts is back, I believe, right?
He's trending to be.
Trending.
Okay. Who you guys got and why? Giants and Eagles.
Save me for last this one. I'm actually gonna.
All right. I guess I'll go first. Why not? The Eagles can lock up the top seed with if they win. Giants already are locked into the 6th seed, so they really can't move up, can't move down. They're locked in. But Coach Brian Dable has said that he will play his starters. How much is to be determined. Eagles offense should have Jalen Hurts back this week, which will be big. And they need this game more than the Giants do. So I'm going to go with the Eagles to beat the Giants by a final 31-21. Give me Philly.
I'll go next.
What you got?
So, if the scenario Gardner Minshew plays, I don't think it really matters. I'm going to take the Eagles to win here. Giants are trying to get out of here without any more injuries, even if it's 2 backups, just in the off chance they need them. So they're going to just try to get through this game as much as possible. It's in Philly. They've only lost, 1, maybe 2 games at home this year.
Including last week.
Yeah, so 2. They need to find their momentum going into the playoffs, whether they have a bye or not. They can't afford to lose 2 in a row and kind of fall down a little bit. So I'm going to take the Eagles with Minshew to win 24-10, without Minshew with Hurts 34-10.
What you gonna do when Minshew Mania runs wild on you?
I'm still confident and he can win for them, but I think with Hurts in, it'll be by a much larger margin.
True. For sure.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I'm just going to say here, if Hurts does get the start, it's going to be brutal, and Giants is going to be, I say, a score of 44-14 chickens. But if Minshew starts, I'd say around 28-14. Give it to the chickens, and let me hear that Eagles thing.
Yeah, that guy.
The Eagles are so much better than the Eagles.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, LC. This one.
Cowboys and chickens. Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah.
The chickens, the Philadelphia chickens.
That's right.
Goodness gracious. You are like I can't believe this. This is just like man, oh man. The Philadelphia chickens. Realistically, with the chickens, I really think that this chickens team with Jalen Hurts is probably the best team in the NFC, but without him, they're not really that good. I like Minshew Mania. He's running wild most times, but the past 2 starts, he definitely did not run wild at all. He doesn't have any shirts to rip, but hopefully after this week, if he does get to start and get a win over the Giants, maybe he can have a little bit of a Hulkamania moment. But unfortunately, I don't know if that will happen. I think Jalen Hurts does come in and gets the Eagles just a slight win. I think that the Giants will try and keep it close, but I think the Eagles at the end of the day will get it done. My final score is going to be Philadelphia Chickens 34, Giants 14. And say it for me, Senator Penn.
The Eagles are so much better than the Eagles.
Yes. All right. Next game on the list, we got what's the next one? Hold on. There we go. It is the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. This game is in Seattle. Seahawks 6.5 point favorites.
Let me see here. 6.5 point favorites for the
Yes,
Seahawks.
yes,
you are
yes.
right.
Yes,
Oh my God, dude! You've only gotten 1 wrong. There's only 2 more games left.
I'm on a roll.
I got to step away. I'll be right back.
Sounds
Okay.
good, dude.
All right. So the announcers for this game you got. Or you got Kevin Kugler and Mark Dirty Butt Fumble Sanchez. And the referee is
Craig Rolstad.
okay. Who you got in this one for the Chargers or for the Rams and the Seahawks?
You guys go ahead. Actually, you know what? I'll go first this time, actually, because
never mind. I'll say. Okay.
I actually got a story. Sorry. Because I just went last time. So
true.
Realistically, this is going to be a really close game. I think that either of these teams have a really good chance of winning this game. The Rams and the Seahawks the Rams have had a very disappointing year, but the Seahawks, they've had a really surprising year, and Geno Smith has never been to the playoffs, which is actually crazy to think about. The Rams have been one of those teams that realistically, they've been injured to hell and back, but they still have some quality talent along this team.
Mm-hmm.
And the Seahawks, their offense has been one of the better stories this year, especially with Geno Smith. Realistically, I would love to see the Seahawks make it to the playoffs, but at the same time, I just don't know Geno Smith to get the job done. So, Alex, sound the alarm.
Oh. Ooh.
Boy. And the crazy thing about it is the last couple times, in the last, I'm going to say, five of the last 7 meetings, five of the last 8 meetings, the Rams have won, including the playoffs in Seattle.
Wow.
So I'm going to take that momentum, and I'm going to say the Rams get the job done. My final score, Rams, I'm going to say 30-27. Give me the Rams.
All right. Alex, who you got in this one?
Well, I felt like the Rams were trending upward like the last couple weeks with Baker and, doing what they have been able to do. And Seattle's due for a true bounce back. They did beat the Jets last week, but the Jets have scored 9 points in the last 2 games. So anybody can beat the Jets right now. I personally, if I had to just pick who I wanted to win and they win, would be the Rams, just so Sunday Night Football comes down to win and get in situation. But I do think that Seattle is going to have a better game. This Rams defense has not been what it needs to be all season, despite injuries. And then later on in the year, they just started putting guys out for the rest of the year. So I'm going to take Seattle to squeak past the Rams 21-17.
All right. Well, Seahawks need this win and hope the Lions beat the Packers to get into the playoffs. Seattle's defense played well last week against the Jets, which I think will carry over here against the Rams. Offense has struggled last week against the Chargers. So Geno Smith will also have a good day, but I'm going to go with the Seahawks as well. 27-20. Give me the Seahawks.
Where's Tiny Tim at? Aww.
We'll get his pick for this in just a little bit when he comes back in.
All right.
But let's move on to the last 4 o'clock game. It is the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. This game is in Denver. Chargers are the Broncos. Wait. Broncos are 2-point favorites?
Let me see.
Am I looking at this right?
Let me see if you are looking at it right. That's actually a good question. Are
Because
you looking at it right? You are looking at it right, but it's 2.5.
2.5. Broncos are favorites over the.
Yes, they are 2.5-point favorites.
Wow. Maybe it's
I feel
because
like he
they're.
gets a pass for that one because he wasn't expecting the Broncos to be favored.
Yeah.
No, I know. Alex is kind of mind blown there. And
I'm shocked. I'm shocked because the Broncos have been so absolutely bad this year.
Broncos country, let's cry.
Let's cry. That's right. So Chargers are trying to get that 5th seed in the AFC.
Well, they're already at the 5th seed right now.
I thought they were 6th.
No, they're 5th.
Okay, they're 5th.
Look at the playoff machine. The playoff machine had them at 5th.
Either way,
But-
I think they're going to lock it in.
Couldn't they slip if Baltimore beat Cincinnati, and wouldn't Baltimore go to the 5th?
I actually looked that up, and no, it actually has the because the Bengals Bills game that was Cincinnati technically is 11-5.
No, I mean, like, you said the Chargers are already the 5th, right?
Yeah, they're already for the 5th.
Yes.
Which makes the Ravens the 6th, but couldn't they flop if the Ravens were to beat Cincinnati?
I actually could pull that up because I actually
Believe
have everything else. So
so.
give me 1 second. I actually will pull that up for you. So
I believe so.
let me pull it up. So I actually have
Regardless, Denver is playing for nothing. Broncos played better last week against the Chiefs after firing Nathaniel Hackett. And I think they will show more of that here. I think the Broncos hang around, but I'm going to go with a slight upset in this one. I'm going to go with the Chargers to beat the Broncos 28-27.
And here it is right here. Baltimore 11-6, Chargers 11-6. So they technically, even the Baltimore, I have Baltimore right here, Baltimore winning. Nope, they're still because Cincinnati technically is 11-5, and they play 17 games. These two have only played one game. They've only played one less game.
No, I'm talking about the wild card spots.
Right here, I have it right here though. So
Yeah, but so they can't. Baltimore can't become the 5 seed.
nope, they cannot actually. It's surprising, but they can't. I actually had to look that up myself.
Huh.
I know. I found it weird too, but it's because Cincinnati. If Cincinnati were to lose the extra play-in game, then yes, they would move up. Then Baltimore would actually take the 6th seed. I mean, Baltimore third seed actually. If Cincinnati were to play the extra game and lose, so they lose the next 2.
Tim, real quick, Rams and Seahawks. We got on that one.
Not much to say on this one. The Seahawks are going to put the Rams out of their misery. Give me the Seahawks by a score of 30-21.
I actually had them as my upset pick, Tiny Tim.
Yeah, he did.
It's like a Tiny Tim. He's like.
He seems stunned.
Wow.
He was shook. As the kids say, he is shook.
Oh, trust
Yeah.
me. No, it's earlier in the season, Alex. I don't know if you saw this, but earlier in the season, when Tiny Tim had the Indianapolis Colts as his upset pick over the Raiders, my computer crashed because I was so shocked at his pick.
That's actually awesome.
That literally, I was like, my jaw was dropped the whole time, but when it came back to me, my thing was frozen. I had to restart.
Good stuff.
Takes a whole new meaning to shocking.
Right.
Right. And then how about this one? Chargers and Broncos.
Chargers and Broncos. Bronco country, let's cry. Chargers are here. The Chargers, realistically, I just looked this up, and even when I looked it up and did the playoff seeding, I did everything. Chargers cannot move because they updated this on my site, footballzebras.com. They did match it as a seeding or other implications, but with the Cincinnati Bengals Bills game being postponed, they can no longer move back. So now the Chargers could rest all our stars, including Austin Eckler and Justin Herbert.
There it is.
Justin Herbert. They could both be rested for this game. The Chargers, I think, realistically could rest their stars, but even if they do rest their starters, I still think the Chargers win. I still think they win. You're going to put out Chase Daniel out there. He'll get the job done. I don't know how Chase Daniel's still in the league, but he's going to get the job done over the Broncos because Chase Daniel actually knows the Broncos a little because he was the backup for the Chiefs. So give me a final score. Chargers, I'm going to say 27, Broncos 24. And say it for me, Arnie.
Oh, that's right.
And now go Chargers, go.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! Once again, Lucas has done it again.
2 for 2.
Yes, 2 for 2 here.
That's amazing.
I mean, this is the first. I've got the exact same score, the exact same result here. Chargers, Chase Daniel. Oh yeah, Chase Daniel from the University of Missouri. Yeah, I remember watching. I think it was his last. I think it was the last game. No, it was near the end of the season, many years ago. when Missouri beat Oklahoma in Missouri for the first time in 13 years. And I believe his star wide receiver was I think Jeremy Maclin. Whatever happened to Jeremy Maclin? He was pretty good.
He
was
solid
good.
solid for the Eagles.
Yeah, he was solid for a while. Then he left.
I think he was on the Chiefs too for a minute.
Yeah, he was with the Chiefs as well.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with the Chargers. Same score, 27-24. I want to hear the Terminator.
And now go Chargers, go.
Honestly, so this game, I feel like could be one of the better games of the week. I don't think the Chargers will rest their starters. And just because of how aggressive of a coach Brandon Staley has shown that he is. And Denver, I think right now with them firing Hackett and they put up the game that they put up last week and a few weeks ago they played almost the exact same game against the Chiefs in terms of offensive scoring. I think they are playing right now they don't have a draft pick, but they are playing for figuring out who they are going into next year. So I think that both teams are going to try to win this game. One, because Chargers don't want to lose momentum going into the playoffs with the AFC being as hot as it is, and the Broncos, playing for pride and seeing what they got and what they're going to keep for next year. So I anticipate this being a really good game, but I'm going to take the Chargers to win 28-24.
All right. Last but certainly not least, we have the last Sunday night game of the regular season, as it is the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay mother-loving Packers. This game is in Lambeau. Packers. See, and a strong note. 4.5.
You're right.
Yes.
Dude, what a week for you, dude. You only missed 2. 14-2.
14
You only
2.
missed 2.
I'll take that. Take that any day of the week. Who's the ref?
Let me pull that up for you right now. I think that game is going to be for week 18. The last game of the regular season is going to be for win or go home. The referee is Brad Rogers.
And you have, of course, you got Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth on the call. I'm going to go first in this one if you guys don't mind.
Go right ahead.
So, if the Packers win, they're in. It's simple. Lions need to win and have Seattle lose. Packers have won 4 straight to get into this position. Lions are coming off an impressive victory over the Bears, but this is a big step up in competition. But, man, something about Dan Campbell and that Detroit Lions team is they're hot. When they're playing well, they're playing really well. So with all that being said, sound the alarm. That's right. Give me the Lions to beat the Packers 31-24. Roar.
Roar, Lions.
Alex,
All right.
what you got?
So both of these teams honestly are hot right now. And I believe the Packers started their playoffs 4 weeks ago. And they have been in that mindset, win and get in since 4 weeks ago. And every single week, I think they've looked better than the week before. The Lions have had mostly high points in the second half of the season. Jared Goff has been absolutely outstanding, and no one thought we'd be saying that right now, but he's been a top 5 quarterback in the league over the last 8 weeks. I think this is going to be a really close game. I think it's going to be high scoring, and I think it's going to be super fun. But I'm going to have to roll with the Pack here. The Lions will know going into this game if they have a shot. If Seattle loses, they still have a shot, which I'm hoping just for the intense nature of Sunday Night Football. But Dan Campbell has not had his boys on prime time, and a lot of teams play differently than they do at 1 o'clock on the prime time. Aaron Rodgers is looking to redeem himself from a couple earlier primetime games they've played this year, so I'm going to take the Packers to win 34-28.
Okay.
I'm going to say Tynington for last on this show. I think it's only fitting that I go next.
Okay.
I have to consult with him because this game, realistically, is one of the toughest games I've had to pick all weekend. Detroit and Green Bay is going to be a heck of a fun game to watch. Even if Detroit doesn't get in, I'll still give them credit for the season they've had. What a phenomenal season Dan Campbell's had in his first year as a Lion. I think that the Lions, no matter what happens this week, deserve all the recognition and success for the year. I think they absolutely deserve it no matter what happens. But realistically, if the Rams beat the Seahawks, which I'm hoping happens because that's my upset pick of the week, Detroit comes to this game wanting to sweep Green Bay for the first time in many, many, many years. Alex, I think it happens this time. Give me the Detroit Lions, baby. But it could change if that game happens. It could change if the Seahawks are out. But still, I want to see Green Bay not make the playoffs. Please, for the love of God, I do not want Aaron Rodgers back in the playoffs. It's time to see some fresh, young blood in the playoffs. Sorry, Al, no offense, but I had to make sure I had to use your name in there, but I still want to see some fresh, young blood in the playoffs. And give me the Lions to win this one by a field goal to win the game. 34-33, Detroit.
Ooh.
Bam.
Wow, this is definitely going to be one that I'm going to be watching. I'll be watching this one here pretty good. Detroit is probably my choice for if there was an award for the most improved team of the year, I'd have to give it to Detroit.
Absolutely.
They have definitely improved with though Dan Campbell was the head coach. But they're going into Green Bay, and it's been very, very difficult for them to win in Green Bay, especially at this time of year when it's pretty much the frozen tundra, and that's where the Packers thrive. So I got to give it to Green Bay here. So give me the Packers by a score of 30-24, but what a great year the Lions have had.
I agree.
Speaking of what a great year, that's it for the regular season.
Wow.
It's the 4 Horsemen pick'ems.
I can't believe that.
Wow.
It's the end of the year already. Can you believe it? I can't.
I don't think anybody can believe it, man. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure, hold on, let me put this link in the chat real quick. Everybody, make sure you go subscribe to our special guest picker, Miss Alex, and it's in the blood.
There you go.
Her and Papa Blood, they do the same thing. They do live play-by-play reactions. They do predictions like we just did. Sometimes a little Q&A, and she's also on Twitch.
Ooh, okay.
Damn.
Nice.
Play a little Fortnite action.
Dude, it's stupid, but I keep coming back.
Hey, it's a guilty pleasure. Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Appreciate you coming on so much.
Appreciate it.
Everybody go subscribe.
Yes, pleasure.
It's in the blood.
It was
LC,
great having you on.
Absolutely. LC, what do you got coming out on your channel, bud?
I'll do something with the Cleveland Clowns this week before the game starts. Probably if it's a live hate week or whatever, I'll do something for the Cleveland Clowns because let's be honest here, I want to end the Cleveland Clowns' misery. So I saw all the Browns fans in there. He saw the Browns fans in there, and let's be honest, by the time the game's over, they're gonna wish they didn't mess with the Steelers. That's all I got to say about that.
And then Mr. Rowdy and Tim. Tim's too there.
Yep. I'm still here. Rowdy's still here with me. Fantasy football fever from now until the Super Bowl. Friday nights.
Oh, it's on Friday nights.
Very
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, we're moved to Friday nights starting this Friday night. 10:15 p.m. Eastern, 9:15 p.m. Central.
Heck yeah.
YouTube.com/TJM3774. From now until the Super Bowl, Fantasy Football Fever, Friday nights.
Dude,
I, of
wait,
course,
Tim, that was awesome.
That's right. And I, of course, will be streaming the game on Sunday. I'm contemplating doing Red Zone for the first time. Do all, not just the Jets and the Dolphins, but all of the games. 7 hours.
That sounds insane.
Wow.
Thinking about
That's a long day.
It is a long day.
I'm thinking about it. I haven't really put it into stone yet. But regardless, I will be live this Sunday. Hopefully, I hope to see you guys there.
Hell yeah.
So, for It's in the Blood,
It's in the blood.
for LC Muscles 28, Tiny Tim, and Mr. Rowdy, I, of course, am Abe Pezzle saying peace out. Things up. Baby! See y'all later.
Let's go, Steelers. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Let's get that win and end the clowns and send them back.
May all of our teams win this weekend.
Yes, thank you.
Amen to that.
Enjoy the games, everybody.